Howdy, folks. Welcome to Courts of Everest, our original D&D campaign. I am Joe Treff, your GM this evening and many other evenings. And joining me are my friends Matt, Vincent, Tina, Cara, and Hannah. We are missing an Alanna today, as Alanna is celebrating their wedding anniversary.
But that's cool.
It's very cool for Alanna. We mourn the wedding anniversary.
Wedding anniversaries are silly.
Only when it falls on Friday.
Never have a wedding anniversary on a Friday.
My mom's birthday occasionally falls on Thanksgiving, and as a small child, it threw me for such a loop that it wasn't until I turned probably like 14, 15 that I could finally understand when her birthday was.
We are thankful for the birth of your mother.
I'm immensely thankful. Anyways, we will play D&D, but before we do, a couple quick announcements. First of all, we have a YouTube and Instagram, a Threads, a Blue Sky, all of those things at AlberonRPG. You can see the different things that are on our table. You see the Bone Mother's Hut on the end of the table over there. We have encounter maps. We have handouts. You can see them in greater detail at AlberonRPG. Last night and every Thursday, we play Starfinder, and the party finally arrived at Aura's Bay for the final arc of our Starfinder campaign. It only took 160 sessions, but we got there.
Hey, we were at Aura's
And
Bay
it
before
took
that.
less than 160 seconds for us to get into combat when we
Also
landed.
true. So you can join us next Thursday at 6:30 p.m. as we roll for initiative at the Constellation Boardwalk. After today, we are going to actually tomorrow be playing Feast of the Noble Vale.
But you won't be there.
You won't be there, but it's our annual D&D cooking one-shot. You will be able to see it when it is broadcast on Thanksgiving so that you don't miss us when we're not here. There is going to be a return to the Iron and Thorns universe in December as we play in 1916 Massachusetts. A group of individuals in a town that has known far brighter days will likely face a darkness even deeper than the one that it currently finds itself beset by. After that, we are going to be going into 2026, and there are a tremendous number of different things that are going to be happening. I will release a State of Alberon 2026 sometime in December, and that will talk about the different anthologies that are coming up, the different one-shots and things like that that are planned for next year. Not only D&D, we're actually going to be going into Vampire the Masquerade for Thursdays in 2026. We have Lancer planned. We have all kinds of things planned, so you can check that out in just about a month. And we have Monument Studios music and Sirenscape to thank for the sound. And that is all the announcements that I have for this week. That brings us to Courts of Everest. And to you for the recap, Cara.
Wandering Hearts. When last we met, the team once more focused and assembled in the Ledger Room, a room that played host to the numerous pacts acquired by not just the aunties, but hags over the ages. Inside this room, we broke pacts, we found pacts. Some pacts that were broken resulted in friends being freed somewhere else. Some potentially the death of somebody's persons that they didn't know. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Friends?
Yeah, family, friends, whatever. It's fine.
It's fine.
Fuck them. But as this is the room before last, the penultimate, as it were, the party made ready to enter the final room of the Bone Mother's hut. and face the altar. Ori, ever the cautious and stealthy, quietly opened the door and, evading notice from the King of Hungers inside, a massive and frightening beast of a Wendigo hulking around the final throne room. And a weird scarecrow thing just before that certainly would have no impact on Billy thinking it would be a very good idea to cast silence because he hasn't noticed us, and if we stay quiet, he will continue to not notice us.
It's a good idea.
It was a very good idea, I think, honestly.
And it turns out the scarecrow is an alarm system for magic, and fucked it up!
I thought it was such a good idea that I planned for it.
Almost like you put a second The Rock TM in front of us.
Joe knows us too well at this point.
Thunk.
I'm real good at falling for all of Joe's traps.
Yeah.
It's like he knows all of our characters and our motivations
I would
and
say that's
everything
not just
that we
knowing
plan
character,
to
that's just
do
knowing
and
character.
everything that everyone
Character.
Anyways, with the screech from the scarecrow spell alarm system alerting the King of Hungers inside, the fight began in earnest, and a fight it was, with an aura that laid us low with levels of exhaustion and drove us to the brink of death on multiple occasions. This giant Wendigo encased himself in darkness, making it incredibly hard for the party to locate those of us in need, including Alina, who flew past to get a better vantage point on the altar and put herself in between us and the Wendigo. Valis struck out with Holy Light, doing wonderful amounts of damage, and saving Billy, who, again, making her presence very known, decided to just step forth and fight the beast. Because, you know, it was big and in the way. We just slash it, right? And before almost dying herself, Valis helpfully yoinked her away with his fey magic. Ori, stealthing through the shadows, continued to fire upon the beast with his fiery crossbow. And with the crossbow and flame attacks, we've realized fire is the thing. As indeed the beast chomped down on Billy, and she was able to just say "fuck you" from inside and fire off a blast inside of its belly. Truly the spiciest of retorts. Cheshire, seeing the danger, of course, stayed ever clear. A wise decision, truly, in this case, as getting close to the Wendigo would have certainly taken us all out, and provided assistance. There was some healing. I felt a little bit better.
just
Thank you.
enough.
That's all you need.
That's
Take
all.
the edge off.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah, it's a little hair of the dog. And Minka, shining in the darkness, kept Alina from the edge of death. But not before an idea was hatched. Billy returning to the fray, with Valis gaining the creature's attention through his strikes and sunbeams and all the other fantastic bright light things that he can do in the magical dark, with a glowing star elf beside him, led a gap that made a gap that led Billy directly to Alina. And as she finally reached her friend, and the two were once again reunited in roommatedom,
Yes.
Minka was able, of course, to cast the final death-dealing blow. Because, of course, who is more malicious than our malevolent Minka? With the threat abated, and indeed the hunger gone from all of us, thankfully, Valis, who had started to look at us quite hungrily.
Not only all of us, but all of the folks. Oh, sorry.
Sometimes you just can't get in a good suspenseful recap. And yes, indeed, for destroying the King of Hungers has indeed destroyed the hunger that was stoked in everyone's guts from any encounter with a Wendigo. The path to the throne now clear, the altar suspiciously full. And, in fact, broken in 3 parts, thanks to a ritual layered on top of another, something that the Wandering Hearts have become intimately familiar with. A theme, as it were. unable to decipher what this strange magic could be because single digits are a butt face. Alina and Billy quickly called for Cheshire, someone well-versed in the nature of tangled threads, who, with but a glance, was able to determine that the aunties had corrupted this ritual to spread it thin. And at the heart, Dora's gift to the house of Morwa, who is slowly coming back to the shell that was her body but was also not, as indeed she was here but not here. And with a tearful goodbye, at last, the two were able to part with the promise of potential reuniting after Billy does some hunting. And with this, Billy and Alina are left at the altar. And Alina offered her most regal, noble, and indeed fiery gift of being the sacrifice for the hut to allow it to be taken control of and eventually dismantled. Because indeed, she won't belong to the hut. She belongs to the hunt. And off she goes, with Sir Nunos leading the way.
Pronkety.
Thank
you for killing the teacher. Just as we killed you.
Holy shit.
Now, with the hut able to be pillaged and controlled, the Wandering Hearts inform Hearsome, who in turn gives them some guidance on a place to go to keep the hut out of prying eyes. And as we finish up a long rest, having looted the treasure room and had some mild discussions about Crimshale, our next destination, and the site of a hopeful rendezvous, Wandering Hearts, in a demiplane full of thunder, lightning, and wind, in a hut soon destined for doom, this is where we begin our session.
Thank you, Cara.
Sorry.
Doom was ambiguous.
And for all of you, you are gathered in a place within this hut that Billy has set up for all of you to take this rest. You are within the space that is Billy's room, or was Billy's room, and there is a window that shows you what is happening outside. This is truly a land, or lack thereof, a plane that is entirely just chaotic wind tunnels and storms. You saw lightning crackling through the never-ending fields of clouds that lay outside and beyond the hut. But as we had ended last week, you had seen in a crack of lightning, I believe Ori in particular, off in the distance through this window, a frozen lightning bolt that seems to have been hollowed out. And even at this distance, you can see small individuals moving amongst this space. And despite the fact that this is a stormy plane, perhaps a plane full of air, there are other things that exist within here as well. You are not alone here. Wandering Hearts, you have finished your long rest. You can mark off a rest if you wish. What would you all like to do?
As a reminder, if you long rest, does it clear one level of exhaustion?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
One level.
Thank you. I'm still so fucking tired.
Me both, man.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Fuck you.
Oh, isn't that fucking dandy over there?
Some of us are carrying a whole house.
He's
Never heard Dallas talk this way.
This is what happens when you regain all your memories and realize you're a baddie.
So Wandering Hearts, as you complete your long rest, it is about 6:30. You feel as if you are bolstered yet again from the effects of exhaustion, most of you. You have now a number of different options. You had told Hearsome to send help to Crimshale, and that you might be arriving there, and then you took this detour. Within the Throne of Walking Wood, Billy, you have access to a large number of destinations. But what are you all going to do?
So if I recall, the only way for Billy to check on a location is to use a scry spell. There's not currently any function within the house that can look at the destination.
That you've directly discovered, yeah.
Okay. And Billy did that by
trying to like connect to the house and seeing if that was a thing.
Correct.
Okay.
And I would say, Billy, having explored parts of this house now, you know there are those animal masks. You imagine some of those animals likely around these points.
It feels weird though.
Yeah.
I might just do a scry once we're out of here.
Did you say it out loud? Was that a thought?
That was both.
What's weird?
There's a room with, you know, the room where we passed through with a bunch of like animal faces. I was kind of like,
Alice became the board.
what?
Remember, he took the mask.
No, Mika and I were talking
that's
about
right.
rocks.
You were all having.
Oh yeah, put one of the masks on.
Yeah.
Why?
It was creepy.
I asked the boar if I could, and from
It's
their
okay.
perspective, it's the only time they get to see. I don't think they mind when you use their eyes.
You remember what happens when Sylvie's done with the animals, right?
I saw what she did with the animals we were fighting, but I think these were perhaps different. Maybe like different animals, agents that she has sent off. I don't think the ones whose eyes I saw through had perished, but maybe I misunderstood.
If it's all right with you, I'd rather just, use up a couple of my materials for scrying and not.
It's all the same to me.
I also don't know if the animals would work here.
Billy, I will remind you, you have scryed from this location in the past.
Billy knows that she can't scry from here.
Okay.
She just is more like, we'll have to scry when we get on the material plane. Maybe scry the wider area, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Where are we going next?
Crimshale.
I look to Ori.
Is everyone awake?
You look around and you can see everybody. Minka's a little quiet, but aside from that,
Maybe we just let her sleep.
Yeah.
She had the hut. And Billy, makes a mental note to maybe just, after we visit Crimshale, to maybe visit a place with cool geological formations.
Sure.
Yeah, and after all, we all did just lose a friend.
Yeah. Well,
Ori, do you want to go to Crimshale?
Want is a strong word.
Billy starts, walking towards the throne to,
Okay.
pick shit up and get shit going.
As you walk towards the throne, or you think about Crimshale, you haven't been here in some time, but there are memories here that are happy, of course. You remember spending time at the Emberlight Post. You can recall the smell of the smokehouses and the sort of curing of the jerky carrying across the winds in the summer. You remember the smell of the paper mill in the summer as you walked by, kind of wafting out over the water wheel. There's a lot of cool stuff here that has positive associations, but of course, especially now, there are dangerous things there as well. Billy, you make your way footfall by footfall to the throne of Walking Wood. It is as you left it. You can still see the broken elements of the sort of shattered rituals. You can see the throne itself almost kind of stretches and welcomes you in. You can see the glowing panel that indicates the various locations available to you.
Anyone have any last minute requests for looking at creepy lightning plane?
There are things here. Just, I think if we're going to stay any longer, we should be aware of that.
Yeah.
The point of coming here was to hide.
There are also things everywhere.
Should we formulate a plan for when we arrive?
Not a terrible idea. I'm not exactly sure where in Crimshale we're gonna land. It doesn't exactly
I think
point
I
it out on
know
a
where
map.
we might be landing. Would it be the front shop with no windows?
That would make sense. And if that were the case, you would be arriving in a area close to like an inn called Red Hearth Lane. There's a number of like residential places. There's actually a park that's right in the middle of this sort of square just near there. This is tucked into the corner of that sort of square.
How far would it be from the fields themselves?
From the fields? A pretty good distance from the... Well, so the Tower of the Crimson Mage is up this like snaking hillside and these cliffs that like to circumvent take a long time. But if you could just like run straight through the cliffs, it's only maybe like 45 minutes away. To walk to the tower, to walk from Crimshale to the tower, it's like 25 minutes.
Huh.
Very short.
Okay. Well, we should be about a half an hour from the tower when we arrive.
Is that?
Where, given the limited knowledge that Ori has of what Valis heard from the Raven and relayed to us, where would that figure likely have been in relation to where the...
You heard about them going through the marketplace, so you know like the center of town.
Okay.
Outside of that, I think had heard that they had gone...
They like started leaving...
in like a northeasterly
like
direction,
yeah.
But outside of there, you would probably need to do a little bit more research in the town itself to figure it out.
Would where the house or the hut is presumably landing, would that be near the marketplace?
Yeah, it would be a little bit southeast of the market, but yeah.
Okay, so we'll have to go north from there.
Yes.
Okay.
My understanding that we are looking for your father?
Hold on. You said you know where the house is gonna arrive?
Yes. Well, I think.
How?
There was a shop growing up that had no windows.
That's not as explanatory as you think that is.
Well,
Did it have doors?
it was just a blank storefront. It was always kind of odd growing up, so...
How do you know it was the house and not just...
Well, because what other place do we know that will present itself as a house with no doors or windows?
a storeroom?
How
Sorry,
many
that was
storerooms
being-
can travel to different areas?
You didn't mention that it moved.
Well, I'm just putting together that it's probably where this place would land when we arrive at Crimshale, given what we know about how it interacts with different planes and different modes of travel.
Do you remember the house always being there in your childhood? Like maybe sometimes it wasn't there?
That wouldn't matter. The house exists in different times and space. It wouldn't matter.
She's got a point.
That as well.
And also, I'm sorry, I was being deliberately obtuse.
It's fine. When we arrive, it will probably make sense to head north. Depending on what it's like now.
How out of the way is this storefront? Are we talking side alley down a side street that maybe you stumble upon, or are we talking about Main Street?
There is a park just diagonal from this place, but it is in a series of alleys just off of that. So it's not it. And the other thing is, you remember
It's
sort
been
of
a while.
vaguely what this
Yeah.
looks like, but very specifically, like you don't have a great memory of it. And having been subjected to magical effects now pretty frequently, you feel like there is magic to that not seeing.
Yeah.
So, from Ori's description, does Billy understand that when the house appears in this place,
the house has defenses to like kind of obscure itself, except for people who like.
Yes, and I think you had actually been told that by somebody as well in the past.
I just didn't know if it was connected to like the hags doing something or if it was the house doing something.
It's the location that the house goes to, and so it's not necessarily the house.
But it's not the hags either.
Not directly.
Okay. My fear was now that the hags is dead is obfuscation gone.
It's a good fear.
Fuck. Does Billy get the sense that casting non-detection on the house would do something, or is that...
I believe non-detection is on a creature.
Non-detection plus.
Is the house a creature?
House is a creature.
It is a creature. We do have that.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the house is willing. Yes. I think that would...
And if you're in
considering
control of it...
I am its owner?
But is the house more like a dog or more like a slave?
I
Dog
would
or slave, that's the only two options.
I would say it's more like a lizard.
Oh.
Honestly, yeah, kind of closer.
Detached.
Kind of closer.
Yeah.
Because there's less acknowledgement of self.
It's more like an amalgamation.
It's not recognizing
souls
itself
kind
in
of
a
used in
mirror.
a
Yeah, no, there's
horrible,
definitely no monkey like, oh, look at that.
mechanical monstrosity.
Anyway.
The only thing that I think is problematic about this
Like
is
a
it says
lizard.
a willing creature, a place, or an object no larger than 10 feet in any direction. And it's hard to think of a direction in which the house is not 10 feet.
How about
Just the tip. Oh.
Yeah, you could certainly cast non-detection on the front door.
Great. That's something.
Yeah. So now that you know that you can cast non-detection on a door,
Hey,
Wandering Hearts.
it's important.
It is. Wandering Hearts, is there a destination that you would like to go to?
Billy's got her hand like hovering over Crimshale. It's like, I agree that formulating a plan is probably for the best. But unless you would like to lead the charge on it, or if Valis has other information now that he has more memories on Crimshale. I haven't been to Crimshale. Actually, I don't know. Have you been to Crimshale? Would you
Me?
know if you've been to Crimshale?
Yes, but no, it's a complicated answer.
What do you mean?
I haven't, but I have.
Which part of
Mythics.
you have and which part of you hasn't?
I haven't, but I have.
Okay.
There might be some legs.
What's that mean?
Make an insight check.
What?
For you, Cheshire, as everybody mentions this, you're not understanding what's so difficult to understand.
This is a simple concept.
Billy understands. Billy
Ori's
gets
been
it.
trying to pick
You-
up on...
Cheshire, as you consider this, you remember you've seen images of Crimshale before because you have been there, but you haven't. The images that you saw distorted and warped, almost like you had been seeing them through a fisheye lens. It wasn't you that saw them, but it was.
28.
With a 28, Cheshire, it perturbs you a little bit, but you recognize that the literal words, in a very hag-like way, almost contractual, these words that Cheshire is saying are true. There's not a glimmer of falsehood there. What that means, hard to tell.
Which I think
Not
is why Billy kind of
surprising, but-
understands.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I recognize
Cheshire.
that doublespeak.
Do you remember what you didn't see?
Oh, I like that. That's not quite phrasing it right. Do you remember what the you that is not you saw?
Yes,
Yeah.
sort of.
You would remember,
Flashes.
Cheshire, thinking about this a little bit more concretely, buildings of tan granite blocks and dark red slate roofs. You remember this sort of central avenue that radiates out into other smaller streets. You remember passing a building that wreathed in magic. You could see just through the windows and cracks of this building, elements of the arcane just reaching out. The wood itself from this building, like honey-colored, but discolored from the force of magic just warping the structure proper. You remember this marketplace. Tons of little stalls. You had seen a spry halfling in ink-stained gloves selling different little serums and tonics. You had seen tons of different things in your sort of trip, but you also didn't. The world was flat. You had seen things in a way where it looked simple and smooth. There was no blemishes or imperfections.
Like reading a book.
Like walking through a land of toys.
Yeah.
Cheshire. And I think, like, with Cheshire mentioning that, like, Billy is reminded of her song.
Sure.
How are you feeling? The you that is you. And also the you that is not you.
Fine.
And the you that is not you?
Fine.
Can you feel the you that is not you always? Or is that sometimes?
It's complicated.
Cheshire, do you remember the last time that you didn't not see what was happening in Crimshale?
No.
So it's just like
Time doesn't exist in that space.
like a picture book.
Yeah.
One more question.
Yep.
Can you feel the you that is not you now?
Yeah. It's different though here.
It is. Here, in this place so far away and removed from divination magic and severed from the regular filaments of the weave, you don't see as many strings and threads as you are used to.
It's kind of bland here.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Do you
Bored, but yeah.
Do you want to leave?
Yeah.
Would you like to go to Crimshale with us and
Yeah, let's go.
wreak some havoc?
I love this plan. Let's go.
We'll do
Why
it
are we going
quietly
to
this time.
Crimshale?
To havoc, Valis. Keep up.
Not all of us have demons that lie dead and await our judgment in the afterlife. Some have more literal demons. Although I suppose they would take umbrage at me calling them demons. Wherever you are, sorry. Rez, that's the only one I'm apologizing to. I hope that was obvious.
Well, Valis, the second
cracking
part
up.
of the pack.
In the hells, Levistus goes, "Oh man,
I know Levistus is clamoring for Billy's approval.
really looking for an apology."
Having been broken by Zoros, that leaves one other signator.
Daddy
Okay.
dearest.
And we need to take care of that interaction and those who planted that idea in his head. No offense, I don't think your father was alone, and I don't think Zoros alone helped with that. I think that
Do you think it is?
I have concerns about this Archmage. The one in charge of the tower. You mentioned that she was sleeping, and you said that your sister was learning from her, but also got sick, and the closeness concerns me.
I think you're concerned for the wrong reasons, but I don't think it's the mage herself.
You never
Tangled
know.
web we walk into.
We also didn't think that the leaders of the Austenlock would all be corrupted. And we found, no offense, most of them
They weren't all corrupted. It was just one who
They were
killed
really
Brest.
just all dead.
There was also a few that were into, like, maybe stealing memories and maybe just using devil magic for fun.
And they weren't corrupted. They were just they just had
They're
different
just having a
ideas.
good time.
They just had different ideas about ethics.
Billy calls that corrupt.
That's right. That's very fair. They were not corrupted by the machinations of the story. they were just shitty
Again,
people.
Billy calls that corrupt.
That's fair. That's fair.
The characters are not aware they're in a story.
Yep, absolutely.
Anyway, if we are just going to think about philosophy and how potentially we are all interconnected in the world, I would like to do it on the material plane.
And it will take you an hour to travel.
It's going
Where-
to take time.
Are we meeting
Crimshale.
where in Crimshale? It's not just a A speck.
Well, I'm not able to contact Hearsome here, so I could probably...
He didn't tell you more specifically?
He said Crimshale. It's Hearsome.
Actually, you said Crimshale, and...
No, he said find Crimshale. You didn't hear the other half. Sorry.
Will this?
He also didn't say who... I will admit, I was kind of angry with him.
Well, what did
Pearson
he
has
say?
been around for a while. He may know where perhaps the house will be in Crimshale when we arrive in Crimshale and planted.
He did see before we left.
He also doesn't necessarily know where it is. Anyway,
Nor
my
would he
point
necessarily
is...
care
and
or
Billy hits
consider
the
all
rune.
of those details.
You touch the rune, and in that moment, you can feel this reverberation thrum through the structure that is beneath your feet, and around all of you, the air vibrates. Somewhere far away in the frog choir room, the frogs synchronize in their voices.
Billy, again, minor illusion so that it pumps through.
And the hut begins to walk.
I'll admit that I will miss this room.
The stars begin to pass by in this kind of viewport in the distance. You can see the sudden shift from the wind to this sort of celestial, dark, interstitial space, and you begin to walk. Over the next hour, you will transition to a different place. Is there stuff that you would all like to do in that hour? Yes.
For sure, yeah.
Can you open the door to the kitchen?
It'll take some shifting, and I don't know if that's wise when it's walking. Is it wise when it's walking?
Are you just asking out loud to the
Billy would try and suss out if the attempt to move the rooms around while it is in motion is dangerous, because the house likes to be moved in certain ways but not others.
You, as you consider this, you realize that you sort of fundamentally misunderstand.
Great.
The house does not like to be moved in certain ways. There are certain ways that are physically unsafe to move the house, but Billy, you have absolute control over this space. Regardless as to, what could or could not happen, you can absolutely open a path to this kitchen.
Billy will very gently begin to nudge her room out of the way, just kind of feel if things are unstable.
Okay. Kind of nudge your room. For all of you, you see this door, the corners of it crack, and then almost like a foot, just the wood stretches to the side, and the whole door shifts just a couple inches.
Did that feel fine?
Felt great.
Not you.
It felt fine in terms of the overall health of the hut. Seeing a doorway walk across the wood of the structure it's built into doesn't feel great in general.
Yeah, Billy's used to it by now.
Do it again.
How about I do it a little bit faster? And Billy just kind of tries to do it a little bit faster, but not quite the speed that she did when the house wasn't moving. And tries to replace it with the kitchen.
The door slides to the side and the wood darkens, almost like it leaves a stain of oil as it moves.
That feels bad.
But the shadow itself coalesces and becomes a seam of wood. And simple at first, but slowly the door emerges. And when you say the kitchen, do you mean the oven room or the pantry?
I believe Valis means the oven room.
Okay.
No, the pantry?
But Billy pulls up the oven room because that's the room that she thinks of.
The door swings open as it transitions suddenly from wood to steel, and you can see this long room at the very far end of which is a massive, hulking cast iron oven.
And Billy hops down off of the throne and goes running into the kitchen.
Okay.
Oven dude!
You can see there is a of ash as you shout out "Oven Dude." Give me 1 second here. Let me pull up "Oven Dude."
Oven dude.
It's the only other being in this house besides the aunties that Billy knows.
What about the
Pickle hag.
No.
Picklin'
Billy
matron?
technically doesn't know the pickle witch. Billy is familiar with Oven Dude from childhood,
You talked to the pickle witch
We
last
go
time.
way
so.
back.
but doesn't
I
know
don't-
from childhood.
That's
Picklin'
fair.
matron.
I think it's the
Pickle
brine
witch.
matron or something.
Pickle witch.
The pickle witch. Give me 1
Pickle
second
witch?
here. I gotta find.
Billy owns the house now. That's the pickle witch.
Damn, hasn't she been through enough?
Damn.
We don't know.
Yeah, her soul's pickled in 3 different pieces.
Yes, she chose this.
Well, no.
The same way that
Technically, her
other
husband
people
chose
have
it, yeah.
chosen hag deals.
Ironically, that was the original idea for Voldemort, not 7 Horcruxes.
So yes, you have this
3 pickle jars.
there is soot that rolls out of this space, and there is a series of
And there's a little bit of like a childlike regression in this moment of like just everything sucks.
yeah.
And to see a face that Billy remembers that was
Nothing.
not necessarily kind, but at least neutral.
This huge cast iron oven, you can see these 2 eyes open. You can see the pot that is within opens like a mouth. If you have seen a Brave Little Toaster, they look a little bit like the vacuum cleaner,
Nice.
kind of at the front of this cast iron oven.
We've
And they
dated
say-
ourselves.
yeah, for sure.
Whatever, that movie rocks.
That's a good movie. Watch
Go
it.
Booth!
Show your kids.
You have taken control of all of it.
Yeah, it's bad.
You can see the pot a little bit across the stones on the bottom, and it opens and it says, "Will you release me?"
I have to find your contract first, but yeah, we talked about it.
I have been here for over 200 years. Please hurry.
You said 200 like 20 years ago.
How long has it been?
I'm older.
You see the eyes kind of bend down. They look sad. But what are you saying to this individual that occupies the space?
So, the plan is, we're gonna go through, room by room, dismantle the whole thing, and, take care of the contracts. Also, Valis wanted to come here. This is Valis, and Billy, leans to the side and just shows Valis.
This huge cauldron kind of swivels to its side to, peer behind, and then back. And then from the other side of Billy, you just hear, "Hello, Valis."
Do I remember the name from the contract?
I believe you had read it as Tolan Mar.
You must be Tolan Mar. Greetings.
There is a...
You have a name!
The top of this cauldron pops off. And they say, "Yes, I'm remembering now. Tolan Mar of the South Brine Swamps. That is me, yes."
The problem with the contracts is they're very precisely written, and I'm worried because I did break one, and it was real bloody, and I don't want you to get bloody.
I prefer not to be bloody.
I would like your blood to stay inside you when you need blood. You don't have blood now, do you?
It just opens.
No, just fire.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's... I don't think that's yours, it's fine.
Soot.
They shut this kind of contraption. And then they say, "Well, be careful then. But is there anything I can do to help?"
Just wanted to make sure you were okay. And how did you know that I wanted to see him?
No, I just wanted to get to where the flower is and make some bread.
That's in the pantry.
Yeah, I wasn't clear. I'm sorry. And where it was the pantry
Also,
and the kitchen
you
were
would
the
have to
same.
use Oven Dude's face to make bread.
That's okay.
Consent's important. We're trying a new thing in the hut.
I actually like when they make bread.
I get to taste it.
Trust me, I am well versed in consent. It has been a 200-year lesson.
Billy kind of saddens and shrinks a little at this. And yeah, it's not really consent if you don't quite know what you're getting into. And doublespeak is a good way to lie.
I should not have taken what did not belong to me. And I know this now.
Just because we've done things we regret doesn't mean that you need to be condemned to live 200 years as a hag's oven. You didn't deserve it.
There's this... Make an insight check. on this oven.
Billy fully believes what she's
Very
saying.
easy to read the oven's facial expression.
I'm so sad. I have rolled too well for this. I have rolled a natural 20.
Yeah. You don't need
I
those
don't
later.
want to know. Billy doesn't want to know.
You see sadness
How are they gonna know?
in the iron features of this oven,
Billy wants to believe that Oven Dude is good.
and they say, "The people that I sold for are long gone now anyways."
Would you be okay with the contract breaking and a peaceful transfer to different realms?
Yes.
Okay. That's a possibility. Just wanted to be sure you, again, full consent means knowing what you're getting into.
If you are the one that controls this place now, perhaps I could work for you. If you need it. This place is large.
Yeah, it's also unnecessary. I'm gonna get rid of it, and I'd rather you be out of here before the dismantling process truly takes place.
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you, Tolman.
Question about the contract. Do I remember what the deal he made was in that contract?
Billy fully doesn't know.
food.
I
Not a
read all the
deal. It was a deal really made in desperation. A deal under duress.
Yeah.
The hags didn't kill him in exchange for making this deal because they had found him within the hut. He came from a starving village and had found this hut open, had found one of Trudy's chambers, food everywhere, and had just like taken as much as he could. He was caught with like elements of the stolen food and promised to work and to bake and to serve. Part of why he was made into an oven was so that he would have to forever smell and perceive this food without ever being able to taste it.
And you want to make bread in him?
He's Sean Belsham.
Okay.
You can still smell it. Baked, freshly
So-
baked bread.
So did you
is
still want to go
probably
to the
a pretty
pantry,
good treat
or...
Yeah. Can you walk me there?
Mm. You guys want to come with? Because you're still in that room and it's going to change and we're going to go away. Billy shouts to the others in the throne room.
Ori enters.
Does
I'm
Ori
not.
enter?
No, I'm not
no.
going in. I'm
All right,
looking
well,
over
we
at
shift.
Cheshire.
the
be
the
like,
door begins
what?
like inching out of the way, still open.
All right.
I mean, there's two doors out of here. You can just
What?
open on the door on the other end, right?
No, it's gotta be this one.
Okay.
Bye.
They just disappear. You are now left alone with Cheshire in this small space.
And Minka, who's still asleep.
Yeah, make a tossing and turning.
Minka's in Billy's room somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
and Billy's
you guys are
room.
in the throne room,
For
right?
you, Billy. You bring Valis to the pantry. As you are aware of the passage of time, you know about a half an hour has passed. You probably don't have a whole lot of other places you could go after this.
And as like we arrive in the pantry, Billy like informs you, it's like, we are gonna need to get some intel out of Ori before we arrive in Crimshale. So baking bread, probably not a good idea, but you mentioned you wanted to come here, so we have like, 20 minutes-ish.
That's fine. You can get me in 20 minutes. And I kind of just...
I'm not leaving you alone in the hut, to be clear.
Okay.
You open the pantry.
Yeah.
You can see within this space this huge alchemist cupboard that spans the entire 60-foot long wall on the left side. You can see there is a huge sort of iron preparation table that dominates the center of the room. You tell Valis that you're not going to leave him alone here. And on this big preparation table, a jar just kind of pops open.
Pickle Witch!
And you can hear, "They won't be alone. I'll watch after him for you, dearie. Don't worry."
Yeah, we looked at your contract. It's confusing.
Yes.
We're gonna need to, like, do some untangling, and it's gonna take a little bit. Is that okay?
It has taken a long time already. That's fine, dear.
Okay. There's a lot of addendums in it. I'm sorry, you didn't even make the contract, and there's a lot of, like, extra additions. There was a lot of negotiating.
There wasn't much negotiating, dear.
You weren't involved, how do you know?
Because I can perceive things around every facet of my soul.
Sure. Insight check.
Insight check.
Do I hear this, or is this happening inside?
Yeah. This is a jar
Hey, there we
popping
go.
open and, like, voice coming out of it.
Oh, like
18.
in Can of Beans.
Yeah, we're having a can of beans.
Can of Beans, what hot American summer?
What was it?
An 18.
With an 18, they're telling the truth. Wherever their sort of partial soul is trapped away, they can likely choose to perceive through that aspect if they wish.
So, from that 18, earlier, Pickle Witch mentioned that she had no knowledge of her contract.
Yes.
But still knows that there wasn't a lot of negotiation.
Yeah.
If she had no knowledge of her contract but knows about the negotiations surrounding it.
You get the sense that she's pretty confident in the choices that she would make. And without...
She didn't make the contract.
Correct. Without knowing the circumstances of the contract or who made it, that limits the reasons that she might end up in this sort of circumstance.
I see. So she believes she's telling the truth.
She believes that she understands what's going on, and that she believes that she knows how her contract works.
Okay.
Whether that's true or not, hard to tell.
Great. Got it. Anyway, this guy's looking for a flower. Best make it mundane.
Mundane flower. They kind of close this, and you see this
A little
little
salt,
bit,
a little yeast.
almost like
Water.
Again,
all
mundane,
All
please.
mundane.
Magic water, though.
There wouldn't be the kind of magic water you'd want, trust me. It's gonna be opaque.
drawers begin to fly open. You see drawers that are lined with stoned wool. You see drawers marked with these symbols. You see there are drawers that have wood that is growing into the drawer itself. You can see things open up and little of snow kind of drift out. And then a larger drawer opens and you see the Brine Witch kind of arise, this kind of almost vapor. It looks like somebody has evaporated pickle juice into a human form, and it just drifts from this drawer. And they say, "There is no flower, mundane or otherwise at present. There's fresh garlic if you're interested in that."
Oh, could be just pure garlic bread. It'll help with the vampires. On that note, looking for more magical things. Diamond powder, hoping to, hide the door a bit.
Diamond powder. That wouldn't be something that is stored here, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
These are more organic things.
I bet that's in a part of the house that's not attached. Some omnipotent god probably made sure that the consumable ingredients still needed to be acquired.
Or fate.
Omnipotent
That's what I would do
god.
if I were.
Anyway, thanks. We're working on the contract. It's gonna take time. There's some easier ones, some low-hanging fruit that it's easier to kind of just rip up. But a lot of them, if you rip it up the wrong way, results in the person on the other end getting bloodied. And we'd prefer that if you had to die, it'd be very peaceful and easy.
For me as well.
Yeah, so I figured it'd be better for everyone if we just read everything through.
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna go back to the throne room. Your other bit is still over there, so how are they doing in there?
You can see they close and they kind of shift a little bit down into the floor. Ori, with your passive perception, you note that around in the distance where that jar is stored, there is this kind of
In the
sublimation. Yeah,
It's literally just next to the throne.
it is
It's
like
been there the whole
sublimation
time.
of this very vinegar forward vapor that just drifts out. And Billy, you hear the Pickle Witch's voice, though you do not see her face in this sort of partial form as she says,
Is that a pickle jar?
"They're just standing there awkwardly."
That's actually
Is
the
that
best I
pickle
can
jar breathing?
I think he can see me.
hope. Oh, he's got special eyes.
Do you know anything? Are there strings on that?
You can see the vapor just fades and just falls into little droplets of pickle juice on the ground.
I mean, there's part of a soul in there, so yeah.
What do you think she was doing just then?
Looking at you.
And
Staring at you.
Billy starts flipping through the doors to bring back the throne room.
Okay. Slowly, a door just apparates in front of you in the wall itself, and as it swings open, the rest of your party on the other side.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah, I figured they wouldn't have anything like that.
At about this moment, an hour has passed. You are aware of the fact that suddenly the hut begins to shift a little bit slower.
Oh, we're arriving.
And Billy, as you look out from this window, you can see that you are within the darker sort of, I would say,
Yeah, what time is it?
getting close to sunset. Right around 7, 8 o'clock, you can see the last lights of the sunset kind of drifting over building tops. And you can see in the distance here little houses and things clustered around whatever is beyond. And I would say, Billy, if you close your eyes, you can just barely perceive what is happening within 5 feet of the hut proper. You see directly out front of what is a pretty mundane looking storefront, a small child suddenly stop and stare directly at the hut.
Oh, let's have no door.
And they just go, "Mom, look." And they get a little bit closer to the hut and they go, It's a 4-leaf clover. And they just pick it up off the ground. The mom is like, "That's nice, but we have to get home. It's late." And they just tug this kid out of the alley. You have arrived in Crimshale.
That would have sucked.
That kid has excellent comedic timing.
I would say, Billy, make a perception check in this moment. And I would say make it at disadvantage as it is through the sort of vague senses of the hut.
Damn. The higher one is a 16 on the die.
Nice.
The other one is going to be a 9 for 21.
21, still great.
I have eyes too.
With this 21, you can see that the hut itself has settled into a little alcove. And though there are people walking around here, even though it's late, there is business happening within Crimshale. Nobody turns and seems to notice. This kid walked right up to the wall, picked a small plant right from the base of it, and then walked away. There is something magical about how unnoticed this hut is. And you imagine probably looks very different from the other side.
All right, we're here, but no one sees us, so that's good. It's also evening. It's like sunset-ish. So, we have time to talk if you all wanted to walk in the day. Or we have about a couple hours before it's truly night.
Well, what does it look like out there?
Sunset, there's people. They don't see us, so that's good. Or at
If you
least
put
if
a
they do,
window-
they don't care.
If you put a window up, would they see it?
I don't know, and I don't think that's here. Minor illusion, what Billy saw.
You minor illusion. It's a little bit simplistic versus what Billy actually
It's
saw.
like stick figures.
Yeah, absolutely. But you see this little kid just and then away.
So,
Adorable.
someone saw?
No, they saw a thing near it. I think because it was a kid, which doesn't sit well.
Okay.
And kids coming in was good.
Innocence
Well-
truly is a wonderful thing.
Now there
Say
aren't
it like
any
that.
hags controlling this place, so
So kids coming in is bad. But it still has the
Well, they
basic
don't
structure.
to come in because you can control that.
Yes. That's why he didn't come in. And why he just walked away.
So how do we get out?
Through the door.
I can put the door back.
Okay, so we need to go find someone that Hearsum sent us.
Yeah. I was just going to call Hearsum and make that meeting happen, but I don't, again, know much about Crimshale, and that one's running off of basically really brings back the little animated kid picking up a clover, that level of detail. And Valis still hasn't mentioned if he has any memories of Crimshale, so you are the only one, aside from the literal 5 feet that I have seen, can tell us about Crimshale and where we should meet.
Well, it has been quite some time.
Better than this.
But if you would let me finish, I would suggest that we go somewhere pretty close when we arrive, if this is where I'm guessing we will land.
Oh, have landed.
Have landed.
Where would we go?
Well, the tower will likely be to the north, as will the town square. If we want to stay out of more public areas, we should go away from there first. But ultimately, we will have to travel up to the north.
But for meeting this person, I would like to discuss the plan with them as well, and it would be great to do it in safety.
Yes, but first we have to locate them.
And where do we tell Hearsum to meet?
Here would probably work, since it is protected by...
Yeah, but you can't find it.
What was the name of the street?
Red Hearth Lane.
Send them to Red Hearth Lane.
Beep, 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 beep.
Phoebe, before you made your way to Crimshale, Hearsum entrusted you with a number of different bits of information, but more than that, he entrusted you with 2 important items. One of them, a badge that marks that you are who you say you are, the crest of the Treaty of 4 Seasons. And the second thing begins to vibrate within your pocket. Yes. Could you please describe your character?
So, Phoebe, if anyone saw Sea of Ice, which was the 4-shot that we did right before Campaign 2, this is the same character.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Phoebe is just a little owl, and she typically can be found perched upon her trusty immovable rod. She is wearing on her little owly body a what's it called? A glamour weave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which sort of has, it's the uncommon kind, so it kind of has like little puffs of imagery sort of puffing out. And you get the sense that the colors of those might serve as kind of a mood ring, because her face is an owl face and it's not very expressive.
Always grumpy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she did have to spend time with that not a sponsor, long-nosed bastard.
You kind of reach into your pack and you can pull out the sending stone, and it is glowing and vibrating. If you press the sigil, you will connect to the people on the other side, finally.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
You say the words of power that Hearsum imparted into you. And Billy.
Hearsum!
No, Hearsum gave me the sending stone.
Fuck! Sorry.
I am Phoebe. I meant to find you.
Hi. I'm gonna hand you to somebody who actually, knows the layout.
Very well.
Apparently Hearsum gave somebody else the sending stone, and now it's that person we're supposed to meet. Could you tell them how to get here?
Hello.
Hello. I meant to find you. I'm from Hearsum.
I recognize that voice. Where are you now?
Where am I now?
You look around and you kind of perched up in a park. There is a beautiful little park. You actually see the namesake of Red Hearth Lane, the Red Hearth, a inn that is just behind you. You can kind of hear music kind of spraying out from here. You can smell roasted root vegetables and mulled wine. You were in Crimshale. You were sort of in this park.
I am near the Red Hearth Inn. I felt it would be the most central location.
Oh, well, that's good. We're right near on. Well, can I see out?
No.
Like, only.
Not unless Billy creates a way for you to do so.
I think we are going to be
I think I can go get her.
in the Red Hearth Lane, but I cannot perceive outside of where we currently are.
Do you want me to go
And
get her?
Phoebe, you know nothing about what this party is doing, so this sounds really weird.
Minor illusion, best approximation.
That is not as helpful as I think you would hope it to be.
You hear Phoebe say, I do not understand.
Sorry, not you.
Mechanical question, guys.
Yeah.
I have project image.
Okay.
Given I myself have never been here.
Can you project Billy's image?
No, but given that I have memories of the place, and I personally haven't been here, but I have.
It says
been.
any location within range that you have seen before, and as we literally worked
You
through,
have
just
seen
said,
them before.
So-
you have seen this
Yeah,
before.
but you haven't.
But you
I
have.
have.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, but you
The
haven't.
you that is not you, and therefore is still you.
I can go get her, but I could also stay here. At the same time.
Poor Valice.
So stay where you are. I think we are just. Can you, make a door or something?
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, well, make a door and I'll just look out
Where
the
is she?
door.
I think we should.
We're going to need a door at some point.
Yeah, but with this way we can have a door for a brief period.
Where is she?
Shh. Again, because I can't confirm until I see where we are, but I think she should be right outside.
Okay, project image.
Billy is jumping for the sending stone.
You
Oh,
jump
well,
for the
too
sending stone, but
No, I'm still
Cheshire
here.
suddenly just stands up,
No, but the image has been cast.
and you can see this projection of Cheshire just through the wall.
Okay, she's out there.
Cheshire, you project your image out and into the street. You are doing so as just a intangible sort of creature.
Do you see?
As myself, but it is an illusion.
Okay.
Do you see a projection of a
Be a very
Pink.
pink elf.
pink
Phoebe,
glimmering?
no more than 30 feet away. As
person?
they say this, you see a bright pink, slightly a little bit more nuanced than they are in real life. Not that you would know that. You are seeing a bright pink person just appear.
Just spontaneously juggling.
Yeah.
They're probably doing something silly.
Looks
Yes,
like juggling.
they are very obvious. Shall I follow them?
Well, yes, just come towards her.
Very well.
We're near there.
What do they look
does.
like?
Okay.
What do you look like? Are you an owl?
A
Yeah.
what?
With whom am I speaking?
I think we've met before. At
Billy makes a door appear and
Diatre's
just
mansion.
thinks of the only allowed visitor that will pass through the door who's not already in
Okay.
to be an owlin.
Sure.
And
You
in
consider
response, sir.
this. You create this door for you. You see this juggler, and then beyond that, you are suddenly aware of a very nondescript building. You swear you had just looked over there and seen hedges and a wall, but now there is a full structure. And in the stonework itself, you see a door appear. The stones themselves crack and form a seam that just stretches and becomes an entire pane.
And Billy, like, tries to manifest a little, like, torch glowing on the outside and, like, a rolled-out welcome mat.
You can see this little bit of metal turn and twist and then suddenly into this lantern. This welcome mat, almost like a tongue, just unrolls in front of the door. What is your passive perception?
Probably not that good.
Can Billy see... Not Billy.
But you can spin your
see
whole
infinity?
head around.
Oh, it's not mechanically,
You got
though.
disc face.
I do have disc face, you know.
You
Passive
also have
16.
special eyes that are... Aren't the eyes bad? Those all ears.
I do have some special eyes, but not in this one. Yes.
Just across this way, you can see this door appear, this welcome mat. The projection begins to kind of make its way in that direction.
I've made it obvious.
Are you following?
Yes, and while she moves into the sending stone, Phoebe says, I thought I recognized your voice. It's nice to speak with you again, Ori. I think we have much to discuss.
Well, the door, I think, is open.
Yes, I'm on my way.
In perceiving through the illusion, do I see this person approaching?
Make a perception check.
Oh, shit. And Billy quickly maneuvers the throne room so that it's just on the other side of that door.
Okay.
As Billy realizes what she's about to walk
the
into.
nightmare house.
Actually, Billy, like, just has the hallway and then
You know that in front of you...
Enter through the hallway.
Weird at this time of day for there to be a shadow that casts. Usually birds aren't flying that low to the horizon. Usually birds aren't that large. In the illusion, you look up and you see a large, bony, winged devil quickly approaching from the top. And you see smaller shapes floating off in the distance. Let me get a visual perspective for all of you.
Oh, shit.
Can I have the hut, please?
Not the devil!
Oh, not my house! I just got my house,
You just
Joe.
need to move it. You just need to move it.
Okay, you said, can I have it,
Put it
though?
Sorry, so you're seeing this outside?
Yes.
Okay.
From the projected.
Phoebe's like, I am not a
Projecture.
devil. I can see why you might think that, though.
Ah!
Oh, now Phoebe gets to prove her merit before.
It's an audition. We summoned a bunch of devils to see if you would, like...
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, no,
my
are you Echo?
God.
What?
Are you Echo? That's so flat.
Still trying to find the voice. It's been a
you.
long time.
No, that was good. I think it's funny that Phoebe's like, oh no.
I actually
So right
have to
here,
fight.
Right.
you can place the hut right here.
Level 16.
This is the creature that you are seeing flying high above.
Where's the
This guy
hut?
right here.
Bring it back over.
Oh damn! I wish that my
Facing,
devil
like,
was ready.
Kind of
Facing this way, yeah. And then also high up in the sky, though I don't know where all of our little fight stands are, there are these two winged individuals off in those corners. They're flying up about 100 feet.
Mini. Sorry.
Did you forget about Phoebe?
I knew that there was a mini, but I wasn't sure whether.
Yeah, of course I got it up.
So
Of
these two
Of
devils.
course.
So let me pull up a battle cam
And they
here.
appear to have, or are moving in our direction.
The bony looking devil is swooping down quick over your location. You would imagine that almost certainly Phoebe has been being tracked, and as the door appears, the trap is sprung. But because it is 8:25 and a good place for us to take a break,
As we maneuver things around.
we are going to step away for a quick break, and then after 10 minutes, we'll be back and we will roll for initiative as you are all ambushed by a group of devils here in Crimshale. We'll see you at the end of this break.
Oh, excuse me.
Welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us through the break. If you did not join us before the break, we're playing D&D, and so are you. When we left off, the party had arrived in Crimshale by magical means through the Bone Mother's hut. And as you had arrived, you rendezvoused with the new arrival, Phoebe, an owlin, who Hearsome had dispatched to replace your fallen member, Alanna. As Phoebe made their way to a door that Billy, you magically created within the wall of this space, a trap was sprung. And the image that you have been projecting, Cheshire, becomes aware of this. As in a moment, a shadow crosses over, and you can sense this trap beginning to close. But because it is currently in the process of closing, can I have everybody please roll for initiative?
I will relay this into the, as myself.
There we are.
General Akbar style. It's a trap!
Okay.
It's a trap!
Okay. Nice.
Apologize in advance if I accidentally grind the session to a halt by only kind of remembering how to play this character.
It's okay. I will apologize for the fact that Phoebe is going to be named Alina on our initiative tracker.
I think that's going to be the case on many things.
Yes.
Yeah. I made a whole little welcome mat door.
Okay. Oh, right. Thank you.
All
But
right. So
made it perceivable to an owlin according to my hopes. So hopefully the house obliged.
anybody natural 20? Nah. Oh, look at that. Val is starting us off. That has never happened before.
That burst through the door.
Is a natural 20. Anybody 25 to 20?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for Cheshire.
Phallus is just let me out of this house. It's weird.
20 to 15.
This is fitting.
15 to 10.
10.
10.
Well,
Ooh, okay. So 10. Who has a higher dex?
I've got a 20 dex.
Me? Not that.
Okay, so Ori and then Phoebe. And then
welcome to the
that is us all.
bottom.
So the way that this worked out, Valis is starting us off, followed by the Bone Devil, followed by Cheshire, followed by the Barb Devils, followed by Billy, then Ori, then Phoebe, then the Spine Devils, and then at the very end of this initiative, the Araignées.
I figure somewhere.
Valis. You are within the hut itself, and with Billy creating a door directly on the other side of the Throne of Walking Wood.
I said that there was a hallway in between, unfortunately,
That is
before
true.
the devils were announced.
You do have 30 feet between you and the exterior of this house. So as combat begins, Valis, what would you like to do?
I'm aware that we're in combat, right? I've been
Absolutely.
told that there's a trap. All right.
Absolutely.
Let's
There was a
see.
General Akbar style announcement.
Yes.
All right. So how far am I away from the front door? 30 feet?
30 feet.
Okay. I will walk 30 feet to the door.
Okay.
And then cast animate. Use one of my beads and cast animate objects to animate. I gotta make it like a good introduction to this new party member.
Sure.
So I'm gonna animate all 10 weapons to start to flank me, and I'll just I'll take the dash action. I'll just walk up front to a devil. And where am I? Over here.
Excellent.
And I will I will see the owlin.
Yeah.
And I will just shout, "You must be Phoebe. Welcome to the Wandering Hearts." And I draw my sword in front of this demon in front of me.
So Valis draws their sword as they say this, and as they step through, they draw their sword, and it's like it extends. A sword goes out, another sword goes out, and it's like Valis just keeps drawing swords until there is just a plethora of spinning blades behind them. And Valis, that is how you arrive on the battlefield. Anything else, Valis?
Let's see. Full action aura farm. Yeah, that's it. I'm good.
That brings us to his Bone Devil.
And by the way, you see him draw his sword by just putting his hand to his crown and pull out a lightsaber.
What color?
What color? Probably blue, right? The sword that used to be.
Yeah, probably like a almost teal light that is coming off the edge of this. But for you who are out here, the Bone Devil now flies down crossing over the elements of the sunset in the distance. It reaches about 20 feet above ground before it stops, because that is its full movement. As an action, it is going to make a multi-attack, but actually, it's pretty far away.
The vein is right.
Phoebe, the tail lingers behind this thing like a scorpion as its bone wings carry it down, but then the tail thrusts forwards, and it fires a sting towards you. Phoebe, does a 9 hit?
No.
This little jagged shard of bone just off of the ground and just skitters into the park. They miss, and at that distance, that is all that this charred bone devil can do. That brings us to Cheshire.
So, for my action, I can move my illusory double up to twice my speed.
Nice.
And make a gesture and do things. So I'm going to slide, I believe, 60 feet. Let's move it over here.
Nice.
And it's going to just start performing. The real Cheshire is going to make her way to the end of the hallway but stay inside of the house. And is going to use her bonus action to give Phoebe inspiration. Please don't die!
For free, make a performance.
Not like the last one! Not like the last one!
Make a performance check.
Haley is demoralized.
30.
With a 30, you begin to scream in the center of this park. It echoes off the walls. You can see there are many people going about their business here. They all turn. You can see the devils all turn. You take a tremendous amount of attention in this moment. Anything else, Cheshire?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty.
It was a net 0
That
bardic inspiration.
brings us to the Barbed Devils. With this pink creature just shouting in the park.
Subtlety, man.
One of them is going to stay with...
Away from the house.
Well,
Away from the house.
For the Barbed Devils, at least, they're going to deal with Valis, because Valis is a problem here. So Valis, one of the Barbed Devils rushes up behind you. One of them kind of turns. This creature that you see, almost 8 feet tall, long, spindly limbs, almost lizard-like body that goes into a long tail with these sort of barbs at the end. You can see in one hand, the one behind you holds this mote of flame. You can see they have these long claws. The first one, who starts directly in front of you, is going to take a multi-attack against you. First, the tail jabs from behind it at you, Valis. That is going to be only a 15 to hit.
Miss.
There you go. Then it rakes at you with its claws twice. The first one is only going to be a 16 to hit.
Miss.
And then a 24 to hit.
Hit.
They slash at you with this claw, and Valis, you are going to be taking 9 points of piercing damage as they do so. But that is all that this Barbed Devil can do. The one behind you is going to take an attack with its tail. It's going to be a 9 to hit, and then 2 attacks with the claws. And I believe both of these are hit. The low one is going to be a 22.
Hit.
So the first attack deals 8 points of piercing damage. The second one, only 6. As these creatures begin to slash at you and jab at you with this tail, they hiss at you. Valis, you speak Infernal, correct?
No, I don't.
You do not.
Think so.
So they hiss and they swear in Infernal at you.
I don't think I rolled for my book today.
There you go.
Was it a D100?
Yeah.
Probably gonna be giant.
Alright, 61.
Giant.
61.
Is it
Pretty
fucking
cool
giant?
if it was infernal.
Good.
Valis, you woke up today speaking Halfling.
Ah, very good.
You no longer speak Giant.
Ah!
So,
For the best.
that is the Barbed Devils. That brings us to Billy. Ori, you are on deck. Phoebe, you are in the hall.
All right. Question about hut usage.
Yeah.
Is it like a familiar where I can see through the hut, therefore I can cast through the hut, or no? Does that count as line of sight, basically?
It doesn't count as line of sight,
Okay.
unfortunately, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure before I attempted something. So Billy's gonna move.
you
Billy
cross
gets
the
to basically not blocking the door frame, but at least visible from the door, like visible, able to look out from the door frame,
Sure.
and still within the hut. Probably sees Phoebe, and it's just like, oh fuck, it is an Alan. And looks up at probably the Bone Devil, who's like overshadowing our new friend here.
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, are you a demon?" And I need I think it's wisdom save.
Man, I'm rolling terrible. 16.
That's a fail.
Is this a spell?
It is.
They do have magic resistance.
All right, go ahead, I guess.
Nope, lower.
Nice.
Great. And oh yeah, I get to roll more than 1d4 because I'm a higher level than that. Oh, why am I just rolling one after one after one? Fuck! It's all ones. They take 3 psychic damage, but at least they have disadvantage on their next attack roll.
They take 3 points of psychic damage.
They rolled the minimum amount of damage!
Demon. Do you speak Infernal, Billy?
No!
None of
They
us do.
turn to you.
But
and
every
they-
devil knows when they're being called a demon.
Yes. And they turn to you. You see a sneer. This skull, eyeless, no flesh on this, but somehow it still conveys to you disgust. And they say, Fras not con diaboli. Anything else, Billy?
Yeah, no, we don't speak demon.
Anything else, Billy?
Hex.
Right, you cast Hex.
Extra.
Anything else?
I'm done now.
Right. The shadows sink across this creature, almost like a collar. But that is your turn, Billy. Ori, what would you like to do? Phoebe, you're on deck.
So I'm still inside. Yeah.
Yep.
You're
still in the throne room, so you got 30 feet.
So I need to go 30 feet to get to the end of the...
To get to the door. To the outside.
To the hallway door, right?
The door to the outside, which is the end of the hallway.
Yeah. Like I have to pass through the hallway.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Ori's gonna move action will get me to the door then. With a little bit left to get out.
Yep.
Ori's gonna take a very deep breath and open the door and go out.
Okay, you step out into the dim light of this sunset sort of square. You are seeing at once a place that you are incredibly familiar with, but with devils swooping in.
Get the game!
There is an alien to this area as well. What are you doing?
You see Valis and his weapons outnumbering 2 demons.
So, and like right here, yeah?
Yeah, the front door's right here.
Alright, is this Bone Devil such that, or the Barb Devil here, such that, I guess I can go here and we're flanking.
Yep.
Sneak attack?
The Barb Devil, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna come up right behind, and actually,
Nobody expects the Ori Inquisition.
from this position,
Yep.
Again, dating myself.
I'm going to pull out the mirror key. But I haven't
These
used
demons about to go to
since, like, that
orientation.
one time
Oh,
to make
no.
sure that she was really gone.
Sure.
I'm gonna try to sneak attack this guy.
Make an attack roll. Is the mirror key a finesse weapon?
It was
I
a short
believe
sword.
It was, yeah.
It was a short sword on the
Right,
sheet.
it is indeed.
That's why I didn't use it. It was wasn't heavy enough.
And that's a boop boop boop. 29.
29 is a hit, absolutely.
Alright.
You can see that they wear little scraps of leather. The vast majority of their armor is
Let me just
natural.
double check that that wasn't a crit. It was not a crit.
Imagine.
But thank you for reminding me that I do that. And then I am going to also use a superiority die to make it a trip attack. It's a strength saving throw, DC 18.
DC 18, that is going to be a 24.
Alright, they do not trip, but they take a little bit more damage. Those are pretty serviceable numbers overall. They're also nice solid numbers. 36 points of magical slashing,
Very nice.
and they are not tripped. And then I'm going to, because I have mobile, move back with the remaining bit of movement that I have.
Excellent.
And bonus action quick toss.
Very nice. Make your attack roll. You use this cloak in the dim light to just flash out of this space. You appear behind this creature and just sink this mirror key in. As they kind of reach out and slash behind, you leap back, creating distance, and hurl the dagger as you do so.
Yeah. Right. Nice. That's 17 on the die, so...
That will hit.
Not a sneak attack, but just a little bit. Just a little extra. That's pretty good. That's 20 magical piercing.
Very nice. 20 points of magical piercing. This guy already looking kind of hurt. Anything else, Ori?
That's it from me.
All right. You have their attention almost certainly now. That brings us to you, Phoebe. From where you were standing on the battlefield, you had initially a tremendous amount of attention, but as Valis emerges with like 10 spinning blades around them, it shifts pretty dramatically.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So Phoebe is no stranger to just people acting a fool but looking cool doing it. So she is going to go ahead and cast Haste on Valis.
Okay.
And then, as a bonus action, she's going to do a little telekinetic shove. Telekinetic feat. Wait, is that? Oh, yeah. And so, for the guy closest to me who's standing next to Valis, I am going to attempt to shove him closer to me, which that's still shoving, right?
Is this magic?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I can move him 5 feet toward or away from me, and that's going to be a DC 18 strength save.
Unfortunately, that is going to be a 25.
And Phoebe shrugs her little owly shoulders and moves back a bit because she's not one for me.
There you go. You take a couple flops back. There is some panic happening around you as you move back. You can hear people begin to shout. You see this kid and their mom like making their way across the space. Absolutely. That is your turn, Phoebe. That brings us to the Spine Devils. Cool. So this one is just going to get a little closer here. The one that is off in the distance is actually sitting in a fine place. And so, Phoebe, do you speak Infernal?
No.
Okay. So, you can hear these infernal sounding shouts. The one that is in the park is going to attack the projection image that Cheshire has put out here. So it throws 2 motes of hellfire down from the sky. The first one is going to be a 12 to hit, which I believe is a miss because it's just a projected image. The second one is going to be much higher at a 19 to hit. And you can hear triumphant this creature go, yeah! And it just straight through. Nothing happens. This creature seems a little bit confused.
I mean, the image disappears if it takes any damage.
There is no blood. There is no gore. This creature mystified. But off in the distance, you can hear infernally, this creature says, non rast contatstin. And they point through you, Cheshire, or through the place where your projection had occupied. It seems as if out of all of these devils, they were able to see through that projection. But the rest confused. The other spine devil from this distance is going to take a shot at you, Phoebe. They throw 2 motes of hellfire. The first one is only going to be a 8 to hit.
Nope.
And the next one, a 13. And so as you kind of fly into the darkness of the park, they are unable to strike you. That is both of the spine devils. That brings us to the Arrogance.
Yeah, if Phoebe thinks that these are the hardest enemies we've ever fought, she's not going to think much of us.
Do not think she thinks that. She does know that you beat up a bunch of hags recently.
Okay.
Yeah, but what if she thinks that these are worse than the hags?
So this Arrogance, they are fiendish looking and covered in this plate mail, but from behind their back, they pull out this long black bow. And as they thrust it forward, it unfolds and becomes almost the length of their entire body. And they pull this dark arrow back. And as it reaches its sort of apex and they stop pulling, the arrow splits into 3 and they release, taking a multi-attack. I'm going to say they have a really good perception of kind of what's going on here. They're taking all 3 of those shots against you, Valis. Valis. These are just flat attacks. They are using a hellish weapon. So the first one is going to be only a 17 to hit.
Miss.
The next one is going to be a 18 to hit.
Miss.
And the final one is going to be a 21 to hit.
Because of haste, that misses.
I've earned my place.
Little do you know.
Landing into the ground.
Valis is going to be really mad at you.
I am tired.
And as these arrows hit the ground, the grass around your feet dies. There is poison laced into this, immense poison that comes from a fiendish place. But as all 3 of these strikes miss, you don't need to find out too much about that yet. That is the Araneus' turn. That brings us to Valis.
All right. I'll just start slashing at some demons.
You've got plenty of options.
Yeah, I'll attack the one behind me that Ori was already hitting.
Absolutely.
Does a 28 hit?
28 hits.
All right. And you know what? It's a demon. I'm gonna smite.
Yeah, it's a demon.
It is not a demon, but that's
It's a
okay.
demon.
It's a
It is a fiend. It is a devil.
It's a demon.
They take offense to that, actually.
They do.
Say it.
9 magical slashing.
Okay.
And then
10. Didn't your ear for
18 radiant.
my sarcasm?
18 points of radiant damage, which does the full amount that you would expect. Anything else?
I'll attack him again.
I feel the sarcasm. It's a toric seed.
Natural 20.
Hey!
Oh my god. I'm about to overkill this demon. You know what? I critted, so now I have to smite.
You do. It's the
rules.
rules.
It's the rules.
We're roommates.
Alright. 8, 6, 14 magical
Billy
slashing.
down for a
Okay.
roommate.
And then,
Billy did just lose everybody.
let's see, 10,
All of
21.
No, she got a bunch of
roommates.
people, actually.
doubled. So 42 radiant.
42 points of radiant. Valis, as you pull this weapon back and you swing forward, the burst of radiant damage almost blinds people in the immediate vicinity. There is a shock of light that just rips through. This devil just into ash as you just shred them away, and they are gone.
Valis, give a heads up when you do that.
Anything else, Valis?
Let's see. And I have a bonus action. I'm just going to tell all my swords to attack the one in front of me.
There you go.
And I have an additional action from
Haste.
and I'm just going to look it up. It looks like it's attack, dash, disengage, hide for instant object. Okay.
Like basic action.
I'll just attack the one in front of me.
There you go. So make your attacks in whichever order you wish.
Does a 16 hit?
That is a hit, yes.
Ah! I didn't expect that to hit. This will just be a regular hit. No smite. No smite.
No sweet.
Oh. 7 magical slashing and 6 radiant.
Very nice. It's the full amount that you'd expect.
Alright, and then I'm just gonna roll all the animate object weapon attacks
There you go.
at once to try to speed it up. Hold on. Does the app... Oh, the app doesn't break it down.
Oh no!
Let's see. Let me try that again.
Oh my god, shoes.
And then when Valis is done, it is the Bone Devil next.
Break it down.
I roll all the dice and it just adds them all up, and I want to see the individual numbers.
Yeah.
Alright, does a 12 hit?
No.
16?
Nope. Or sorry, 16 does hit.
Okay. Then that will be... 10 plus 26, 30. I'm just gonna take the last one. 23 slashing damage from the first 5,
Okay.
and then the next 5 try to attack, and does a 15 hit?
15 is a meets it beats it for
Okay.
this Barb Devil.
So only one of those will hit,
Okay.
and that will just be an extra 6.
There, very nice. Okay. So you throw all of these blades just one after the other like a drive-by blading, just cutting across. They're able to, with their claws, parry one, with their tail, turn another aside, but over the weight of just 10 swords attacking, little bits begin to dig divots out of them, and you can see they are hurt, though not quite bloodied yet. Anything else, Valis?
I'll take just a step this way.
Okay. That is your turn?
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to the Bone Devil. They are hexed.
And they have disadvantage.
Sorry, I'm going to lean over you. They are going to finish their flight down. And they are going to end up right here. Ori, landing directly between you and Valis, is this 8-foot-tall, lean devil made out of bone, wings of bone, this long, jagged, sharp skull sneering down at you, Valis. They're going to take a full multi-attack against you. They're going to start with a sting attack. Valis, does a 25 hit?
It does.
All right. Here we go. So they plunge a stinger made out of bone, the end of it almost as long as the longest rib in your body. As it hits, first it is going to do... Sorry, I get my dice.
Sorry.
Committed a dice and I mixed my types of dice.
Damn.
That is going to be 15 points of piercing damage plus... plus a grand total of 21 points of poison damage. And can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, damn. Don't get poisoned.
Uh-oh. I'm probably going to get poisoned.
Don't get dead.
I told you not to.
Well, you didn't tell me that before I got hit. 13.
That is a failure. You are poisoned for the next minute. That is the sting attack. Now
I'm poisoned?
Yes.
Okay.
Now it makes 2 claw attacks.
Poisoned.
First one is going to be an 18 to hit.
Miss.
And the second one is going to be much higher at 25 to hit.
Hit.
Okay. So with that claw, as it rakes across you, that is going to be 13 points of slashing damage. Plus, as the claws strike you, there is a of fire, and you take an additional 4 points of fire damage.
That's halved.
All of the charred Bone Devil's attacks. The tail draws back, and another bone just kind of ticks its way into place. But that is the Bone Devil's turn, and that brings us to Cheshire.
From the doorway, this bone demon is now right in front of me. And I will say, "Begone, demon." And that will be unsettling words first, so you can subtract 11 from the next roll.
Nice.
And that will be
Actually, a devil.
charisma saving throw, please, for banishment.
Nice.
Minus 11?
Minus
Oh.
11.
That's a good roll. We like the numbers.
So they rolled a 7 on the dice.
Yes! Bye!
What kind of save is that?
fucking
It doesn't matter.
Charisma.
Charisma.
In this moment, with this charred Bone Devil, the thing just into place. You can see venom just dripping down. They turn across the battlefield, and for you, Ori, you can see the eyeless sockets catch your gaze. The tail swings around, and as it whips towards your face, it is just pink glitter that goes all over the place as the
smells like
Bone
mayo,
Devil
too.
is banished. Anything else, Cheshire?
That's it.
Very
Mayo
nice.
Devil?
You banish this Bone Devil. That's for 1
Nice.
minute.
Yes, and as long as I don't lose concentration, it will stay in its home plane.
Billy knows that Cheshire's concentrating, but still holds up a hand for like a nice.
Isn't it
There you
permanent
go.
if it's, or
It's-
like...
If it is not from this plane natively, yes. So that is Cheshire's turn. That brings us to the remaining barbed devil. They turn over on you, Valis, and they hiss and then take their multi-attack. First, they're going to tip with their tail. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Valis, you are taking... Wow, I am rolling like absolute garbage across the board.
Nice.
5 points of piercing damage. Then...
Make us look good in front of our new teammate.
They take 2 claw attacks. On the lower end, that is going to be a 19 to hit,
Miss.
and then a 21 to hit.
Because I'm a fasty boy right now, that misses.
There you
A
go.
fasty boy.
And
Yeah.
this barbed devil, unable to do too much against you, That brings us to Billy.
All right. Can you come faster? Just come on over. And Billy is going to man, I was gonna do something with Bone Devil, but he's gone now. Thank you. But also
Sorry.
Where is Billy?
Billy's in the house.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess there's not a whole heck of a lot for me to do, but, I can help, I guess, as I wait for my thing to load because I still haven't updated my original character sheet. And I have to scroll through my new spells to make sure I have the right things.
I think she's stalling.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Maybe she had to use
not.
That makes sense.
Why would I ever stall?
She does have an entire magical hut's worth of souls. Probably.
Yeah, we don't want to use the souls, Ori!
So, Billy, what you doing?
Damn it. Everything is going to catch normal people in it.
There's a guy over here. You'll only catch superheroes in it.
You want to be caught in it? You don't want to be caught in it.
You and Billy.
So Billy sounds like, oh, fuck. Hey, Cheshire, next round you want to do something about the audience participation, and she gives you a little bardic inspiration, which is a little because it's from the alien. And then she looks down at the only devil that she can see at immediate range that is getting attacked by other things, and pew-pews.
There you go, you pew-pew.
Pew-pew for Alina good measure. And whereas before you all saw, streams of, ichor and, gross shit, now you see, also ichor, but in a nicer, rotting kind of way.
Yeah.
This is fungal. And Billy just sends off. So the highest one that I have here, Joe, is going to be a what do I add to that? 19.
Against the Barb Devil?
Against the Barb Devil.
Yes, that is a hit.
Great. The next one in line is going to be an 18.
That is also a hit.
Great. And then we have a natural 1.
That is a miss.
Great. Do I have to still roll damage for that one?
Yes, you do.
Damn. All right. Sorry. Hopefully a bunch of blades and not Valis. All right. So we're going to roll for the normal hits first, and then we're going to roll for the natural 1. So that is a maximum 15 and a minimum 6 for a grand total of 21 to the Barb Devil.
Very nice.
And 9 for whatever the fuck happens with that one.
So as you throw these blasts through the air, they snake across out of this kind of structure, and you can see 2 of them strike this Barb Devil. And they are knocked back.
Oh,
the
shit,
final one, they dodge, and it just into the park. You see the satyr in the corner of this area turn, and they just take it full in the chest. There is this as they hit the ground, and they just get up as they had 10 points of health.
Are you okay?
No! They just hit the ground, still with 1 HP, but almost kind of playing dead, still the world swimming in front of their horns.
Billy just looks over at Cheshire and just audience participation not desired for the show.
I tried.
That's it.
That is your turn, Billy. That brings us to Ori. You can see this Barb Devil in front of you beginning to get worn down. There are flying creatures off in the distance. There is now a wounded satyr in the park. What are you doing?
Did I see the one that was... do I know which one is leading them here based on what I've seen?
Not based on what you've seen, but as an action, if you want to make an insight check, you could try to find out.
Could I use a...
It doesn't fall within the eye for detail.
Yeah, because that's hidden creatures, right? Yeah. So I see all of the attackers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I see all.
I guess Valis.
I would say you have seen. Yeah, you can see them all because they're flying.
Okay. Well, I guess the one that's nearest Valis is probably the most relevant because the others haven't really come in for attacks yet. No one else seems to be in danger.
We've just been throwing hellfire from the sky.
At beating.
Oh, have they thrown?
Mm-hmm.
This one's throwing hellfire. That one shot the bow that split into 3.
Oh,
They've
okay.
just been rolling really poorly.
Yeah,
against
I've been
TVs.
rolling. I haven't rolled above a 10.
Yeah.
It's been pretty bad.
I love that first.
I hadn't. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. So I'm gonna come around to the back side of this guy with my movement and get more out into the open. After, before going out into the center of the square, Ori's gonna put up his hood and go out.
Okay.
And then at that spot, sneak attack with flanking.
Yep, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Dallas.
You pull your hood up. You, almost like a moving shadow, move behind this creature.
That's a 30.
Yeah, that hits.
The
The 16, the 15, those both hit. So does the 30.
That's gonna be
30 hits twice, right? Because it's twice the amount.
Yeah,
the amount?
basically, yeah.
Oh, that works.
It loops around again, so it's actually a miss.
Friggin' all the way around the world and hits again.
around the world.
That song plays as the arrow just goes through. It's like a guy shepherding goats through the hills. And just, what the fuck is that?
The numbies giveth, the numbies take.
Around.
Oh.
There's still some good numbies. 28 points.
28 points.
A lot of
This
points.
creature looking pretty hurt at this point. Anything else, Ori?
Yeah. Then, I guess just gonna do the same thing as last time and continue using the movement to bop, bop. And is that 30 from there? Or?
15, 20, 25, 30. One back.
Okay, so
Yeah.
30, 35, 40
Yep.
for my movement. I need to see what the... Is that like 40 feet up,
Yeah, right about.
roughly? Okay, so that means...
They're actually just 20 feet off the ground, so they're probably like hypotenuse 40 feet away. Yeah, damn, look at that.
The math do be mathin'.
That's crazy.
Math.
The bow that I got from Valis, was that a
from the room.
hand
In the
from the room? Was that a light or a hand?
Say one more time the what you got. This
There's a hand crossbow.
Hand crossbow.
From the storage in the.
Gotcha.
That
From
you
the
got
treasure
from who?
room.
Thank you. From the mirror treasure room.
Because I feel like this might be a time where I want to use it, but I don't have that.
I think also the other thing is, so you've stabbed with a short sword.
That's why I was asking if it was hand or light.
It is a hand crossbow.
Well, for now. I'll just use the throwing knife.
I think you should use the hand crossbow so you can use every single one of your weapons this fight.
I'll save it. I'll save it for a cool non-introductory of new player character combat.
A rainy day when we're in Petrified.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh.
Like, hey, check out this cool hand crossbow.
Okay, but roll
that. Sorry. That's a 25.
25 is a hit.
All right, and that's gonna be another 19 points of magic piercing.
19 points of magical piercing. This creature, it's not quite as large as it's depicted on the battlefield. It is a medium creature, but just barely. As you hit it with this, it almost shears off the leg at the thigh. That's a bad strike on this creature. And you can see the wings have to extra compensate for the damage that it takes, but it's still up.
That's it for me.
Alrighty. That is your turn, Ori. That brings us to Phoebe.
Alrighty.
Phoebe,
So-
you see that bone devil just disappear in a puff of pink glitter. You can see these swords cutting one of the barb devils down. What are you doing?
So that barb devil, he's like up but barely, right?
He's up but barely.
Okay, alright. So Phoebe's gonna summon a little sorceress burst. So it's a cantrip. I can pick the kind of damage. Range spell attack. I'll pick the damage in a second. Dirty 20?
Against?
The Barbie boy.
That is a hit.
Dead. Okay.
Barbie boy.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna pick psychic damage. And that's gonna be 9 points of psychic damage.
With 9 points of psychic damage, they are still up. But as you channel this sorcerer's burst, you can see the head jerks as if they are punched in the side. They are still up, but you see blood just pooling down their face now.
Alright, I'm gonna use my telekinetic bonus action again to try to pull him away from Valis so he can maybe get off and...
What kind of save? Is that a save?
Yeah, as strength save, DC 18.
That is a 12.
Nice! Alright, she pulls him toward her 5 feet.
Very nice. I believe that provokes 3 attacks of opportunity from swords. 2 attacks from swords.
I think it's 2 because if it's...
Yeah,
if it has to be a straight line, which we've
yeah.
always played it that way, then yeah.
2 sword attacks. And I believe also... No, Ori moved, great.
Unfortunately, many of these
Does a 15
tactics are
hit?
very similar to
A 15 is a pizza.
Alright. This is an attack from Valis. So 13's magical slashing and 6 radiant.
Valis, as this creature is yanked away, you just cut across the middle, and it's almost pulled in half by the force of that yank. That creature goes down. Anything else, Phoebe?
Yeah, as a free action, I'm gonna go,
Cool.
well done! And then I'm just gonna move farther back again.
Back, huh? Back, huh?
After he cuts the demon, Val is gonna look towards your direction because that was where he was getting yanked and give you a nod.
Oh, I guess that guy's not there anymore, so I'll move forward. I'll move this way.
Phoebe's just like, I don't want to be with you guys.
She's just working with the information in front of her.
You rush down towards this space, away from the open area that is in front of you. That is your turn, Phoebe. That brings us to the spine devils. They shriek, the one that is up in the middle who took this thrown dagger strike, and they are going to fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. They're going to end up... Sorry, horse guy.
Not the horse guy.
The horse runs off.
Are all the townspeople just still in the park chilling,
They're
enjoying their
panicking
normal
and running.
day?
I just haven't moved.
They're milling about.
There.
There's a satyr somewhere rolling around on the ground, like, why?
Everyone's gone except the satyr who's just like...
So as this creature flies, it is going to throw hellfire down in the direction of Ori.
Okay, not a townsfolk. This is good.
Not at the townsfolk. Ori, the first one is going to be...
Well, Ori is from this town, though, so...
17 to hit.
That's a Mitsa
Beats it. So this is a mote of hellfire that hurls down from the sky. As it rushes towards you, that is going to be 9, 13. That is 13 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Anything that you would be carrying that is flammable would catch fire. You are holding magical items, and so that does not occur. But you can feel this fire cling to you. It is unnatural and seems to be sticky. The other fiend, from where they are, at disadvantage, you're going to take 2 shots against you, Phoebe. The first one is going to be just a 12 to hit.
Nope.
And the next one is going to be a 15 to hit.
Pizza.
There we go. This mote of hellfire just striking you for 5, 6, 7, 8 points of fire damage. And the one that is closest to you, Hannah, could you pull them off of the board as they fly 40 feet off of this encounter map? You can see kind of in the alleyways. They don't fly high above the roofs. They are sticking to this cover and seem to be moving in the northern direction.
Oh.
The other creature, the
Northern
spine
east.
devil, flying off in that direction as well. They seem to be kind of like fleeing the scene. That is both of the spine devils. That brings us to the Araignées. So at the top of their round, they are going to draw back another blackened arrow. They are going to aim this at Ori, probably. And Ori, you are taking 3 attacks from the Araignées.
Oh, Ori was blocked by the little tree stump thing there. I was like, what? Ori's invisible. Oh no, he's right there. Right there.
Ori, the first... I'm still rolling so bad.
Yes.
Ori does a 9 hit.
No.
The second shot, Jesus Christ, is a 14 hit.
No.
All right. After he misses with all 3 of his shots,
Come on, buddy. You can do it.
Off, and he's going to end up flying over this open air bar on the roof. Those people dive, scatter those who are still there.
No, if you get closer.
But they are just flying over these rooftops now. That is all of the devils. That brings us to the top of the round, to you, Valis.
I have to check the casting time on a spell.
You stand here in this town square surrounded by spinning swords. You could hear the moans of this satyr who just goes, it's getting cold, as he holds his guts in.
I'm gonna... Is he within 30 feet of me, this satyr?
Why are you making me do this?
Beating you.
Where is he actually?
About 25 feet away.
I think it's this guy.
Yeah, it's that
That's
satyr.
gonna Valis.
I finish off the satyr.
Broken.
Let's see. It looks like they're starting to run away, and I can't go that fast, so I'm gonna just tell all my swords just to kind of start to shing, 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 all sheathe themselves, and I'll walk over to the satyr and say, "Let me heal you," and I'll just lay on hands and heal him for 10 hit points.
There you go. That is
never
one more hit
felt
point than
better
he
in his
even
entire
has.
life.
You flood him with health. You could hear him gasp, and he just says, "Thank you." He like slowly gets to his hooves.
And I help him go hide in a corner.
Okay, yeah, he scrapes off and just goes into the house directly in front of him
Goes
and
into the
slams
house.
the door. Valis, you have saved this satyr. Anything else?
That's it.
Alrighty. That brings us to the Bone Devil. Do they get to repeat the save at the end of their turn?
They do not!
Nice.
Okay. That brings us to Cheshire.
Well, Cheshire's just gonna... Well, cool, we're good.
Okay. You just duck back into the hallway. You look for a snack. That brings us to the Barb Devil.
Oh shoot.
Down. That brings us to Billy.
All right. Where's the 60 feet?
So I'm trying to go to 120. Damn. You can at least get that one.
Yeah, I was hoping to get that guy who's like interfering with people's good time.
You could walk out of the hut.
Okay.
Yeah, Billy's afraid of what will happen when she does that.
Haste. I lost concentration on haste.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're so tired.
So sorry.
Now you super tie.
Yeah, Billy is gonna do pretty much the only thing she can do, which is a bonus
Extra
action to move the hex to
exhausted.
this guy.
Okay.
And once more onto the pew pew breach.
Makes me stunned for a turn.
Oh, stun.
Okay. The bottom one is a 15.
15 is a hit.
Cool. So all 3 hit. I just have to remember, because it's been a while since I applied a hex, how much to add.
I think 5.
Starfinder.
No, that's Hexblade's Curse.
Oh.
This is Hex.
Move or take an action.
Okay, it's 1d6. Here we go.
Good thing you're not in.
Valis, as you help this guy to his feet,
Imminent
suddenly you're just like, oh my god. That was so hard.
Is this what helping people feels like? It feels terrible!
Is he a secret devil?
Valis finally converts.
All right, so we got 18, 20, 29, 32, 38. 38 plus 15 is 53 points of damage.
It is just these magical bolts fly through space, tracing through the trees and bits of terrain before they strike this person. 1, 2, 3, and this spine devil just shouts out, "Vincent!" as it just cruises down and just right into a wall. It just splats and is out of this initiative.
Was he confirming that he was a demon?
What's out of this?
Anything
That
else?
guy.
This guy?
That was bonus action. That was action. Don't want to move out of the doorway. We're gonna stay where we are.
Okay. That is your turn. Billy, that brings us to Ori.
The one that flew away, how far away does it seem?
It is 20 feet off the encounter map.
Okay.
In the
About 70 feet away from you.
Cool. I'm going
in the Hannah and you direction.
Oh, we're north.
Yeah. I tend to try to have north be lined up in that direction.
Oh, gotcha. For some reason, I always consider north you.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I do it. So
yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
When Cara does it, north is towards
dark
the DM.
Enough I can fly.
Yes, it is. It's dim light.
Jump up to the roof. I can get to there.
Here in the sunset, it is dim light, and so you up to this space. You land here, and for the rest of the people who are gathered in this square, they're just seeing the silhouette of you as you just perch on the top of this roof. You can see only about 30 feet away from where you are here is this creature flying away from you, looking worried over its shoulder.
I'm going to throw a daggy at it.
Okay.
Just like the way you said that.
Make your attack roll.
And I believe this is just flat. Oh, I guess actually, given that, I should use my insightful fighting on it with a bonus action.
Okay. And that is a deception against...
Against my insight.
Natural 20.
Oh, damn.
I didn't see it.
It's a 24.
Less that it is, like, beating you, and more that it is just a small target flying through the space.
It's hard
you
to
can't
get it.
quite get a good read on its trajectory.
Alright, I'm going to make my attack anyway.
Can't show you.
Just
keeping the,
does
the references consistent.
23 hit?
Yes, it does.
I'm going to make that a trip attack, so it's a strength save DC 18.
Okay. I think that's a fail.
That's also going to be 21 points of magical piercing damage.
The thing about trip attack with a flying creature, I don't believe you can knock a flying creature prone.
I think they are falling.
Unless they can hover, right, explicitly.
If they're like flappy flying, then I think they start falling.
I believe so, yes. I'm just double checking.
Is a flappy flying.
Please, would you describe your movements exclusively?
Yeah, so
not
as
here?
you trip them, they begin to just lose altitude. How much damage is that?
It was 21 points of magical piercing, and then on a failure, they're knocked prone.
Very nice. So they begin to fall. Anything else, Ori?
That's it for me.
You clip this creature's wing with a dagger, and it just shreds from the very base of its body all the way to the tip, and you can hear the flesh just in the wind as it just begins to lose altitude. But that is your turn, Ori. That brings us to you, Phoebe.
All right. So this guy is still attacking us, right? Did it seem like he's running away?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But he's still here. Cool.
You can only move 40 feet and shoot.
Damn, that's crazy. Could Phoebe... I guess Phoebe probably couldn't see at this point what Ori was shooting at, right? But I guess
only
that's a question.
30 feet away.
What is your dark vision?
It's real good. I'm an owl. 120 feet.
Yeah, you can see.
Oh, is it nighttime right now or something?
Yes.
It's like
dusk.
it's dusk.
All right. Phoebe is picking up what Ori's putting down because
the demon is falling.
the demon is falling. So she's just gonna.
It's like a bat falling out of the sky. You just gotta go after your prey.
And
The owl, silent.
She I think she thinks maybe that guy's a scout. So
While not her natural
so
habitat.
she's gonna cast
The urban environment.
magic missile at second level. No,
Okay.
do it
Don't let him get away.
at third level.
Roll damage.
Yeah.
Roll those D4.
Okay,
Cast
so third
that
level.
bitch.
That's
Do you need more D4s?
I have lots. I'm just trying to remember. So it's
5d4.
that's 5. Yeah. Okay.
5d4s.
Look at all those lovely D4s.
They're so lovely.
They're so lovely.
Okay, 2, 4, 6, 9.
It's not as bad as my list.
Jesus Christ,
Okay.
9 plus
14.
14.
Very nice.
Thanks,
You are able
Only
to
Vincent could
stretch
track
this
it, yeah.
ability. You snake this attack towards this creature, and it is badly hurt by it. You can see it is flying towards the ground now. You see these tiny arms pinwheeling as it tries to maintain its altitude, but it's still up.
Okay. As a Hail Mary, because this is the actually, let's see. Oh, I already moved, so yeah. I know he's a devil, and this probably isn't going to do anything, but I really want to kill him. So I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to cast Firebolt as a bonus action.
Okay.
The only thing I got that's... Oh, wait! Oh, Sorcerer's Burst has 120 feet as well.
There you go.
Sorcerer's Burst. And that is... oh my god. That's not a good roll. 16?
16 is a hit.
Lovely. And
What kind of damage?
let's go ahead and do Psychic, but
Okay.
that's fine in the past. That's gonna be 9, 10, 11, 12.
12.
Psychic points of damage.
With your final strike, this creature was plummeting towards the ground, but they were still up. They turn. You can see a tiny middle finger gesturing towards you, and you hear bellowed across this space, "Get fucked!" And then this final burst strikes them, and they burst into a bloody little balloon and explode no more. The spine devils are down.
Love it. And then just as a free action, she's just going to nod courteously at Ori.
There you go.
So polite. So
My rogue.
refined.
So
That is your turn.
is that everything, or did something get a?
There is
No,
one
there's one
creature
guy up
off
here.
in the distance
Oh, I see.
over there.
Alright, very
That
good.
is your turn, Phoebe. That brings us to that creature. It is going to move to the very edge of this rooftop, and as it kicks off and the wings spread wide, as it flees off the edge of the table, it will take a final attack with this triple arrow. I think it might finally be at disadvantage against you, Valis. So, Valis, first one misses. Second one misses. I swear to God, double natural ones.
No!
I cannot for the life of me.
I like to imagine it like Valis like drops to his knees in lethargy, and then everything just flies over him. She's like-
As he is flying, he's about to kick off, and as he kicks, there's a ting as he snaps the string on his bow, doesn't even get those 3 shots off, curses an infernal, and then just flies 40 feet off this map. They are taking away.
I mean,
Now, they're
just-
about like 20 feet off the map, which is a good distance away from the nearest person. Or you're probably the closest person to this creature. Is there a parting attack that you want to try to get off on this thing?
Yeah, do I get a full turn, or do I get do I get to move and then attack?
With the way that this stacks up, I would say, yeah, you can move and then attack.
Okay, because I would want to use action, or I would want to get to, I think I can get 40 feet, bonus action dash, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to here to get a better angle to make a shot.
Okay. That removes cover for them, so certainly you dash across this space, make your attack roll.
And I guess What's the actual distance? Because now I might have to use a bow and not the daggies.
You said 20 feet off the map.
20 feet off the map, so
40 feet
40 feet
away from where you are right now.
Okay, that's just a flat roll then.
Okay.
I'm not actually that far.
I just need to be in front of the mic so they can hear me.
I can't use my stuff, but if I hit, there's one thing I can do.
Can you trick me?
That's a 19 to hit.
A 19 would normally be a hit. However, as a reaction, you can see they track this bolt and they cross their arms, and this they use parry and ricochet this bolt above their head as they continue to flee.
Damn.
Fuck you.
But they off, and you can see this shape take off over the sort of roofs and then down as they continue
Watching
to move
until
off
I
into the
can't
north.
keep track anymore.
You have good eyesight. You can see they track their way over the towerway and off in the direction of the Tower of Crimson Mage. But in this moment, Wandering Hearts and Phoebe, you are all out of initiative.
Phoebe turns to... Oh, Ori's up there. Phoebe turns to Valis, because he's there, and she kind of cocks her head and she says, Kirsten was right. You are a formidable team in battle. Shall we go inside? And she flies off toward the hut, realizes that it's like weird inside, and then just kind of clicks the button and just waits for someone to...
Billy is still standing in the
Billy
door.
is like right in the door.
Oh, okay.
And has been like holding it open the whole time.
Okay. So in that case, Phoebe flies up to Billy and then says, May I come in?
No doors for you.
There is a... And you can see off in the distance coming from the north, there is what looks almost like an amber-colored firework that just goes
Oh, that's some bullshit.
burning across this space.
Did that one get away?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Damn. Welcome to the house. The house is evil. Don't touch anything without asking first.
Ori, from where you are, as you watch this creature, you lose them. They just into the shadows, but somewhere off, a little bit closer to the tower, still on the edge of town, this light up, and you see almost certainly the Amber Sworn setting off a signal. The directionality in the direction that you are all in, and so you would imagine that it's only a matter of time until the Amber Sworn arrive here.
Okay.
In the immediate vicinity, people have scattered into their homes. The people who are proprietors of the Red Hearth Inn have shuttered the doors and windows now. The door that leads to the rooftop bar has been shut. There are a few beers hanging out on the roof itself.
Classic.
But Ori, you are left alone here on the space.
Would there be anyone that Ori could remember who would be particularly friendly towards Ellie and would remember Ori, either neutrally or also favorably?
Make a flat intelligence check. I will say there's a person that was friendly towards Ellie who is negatively perceptive of Ori, that lives here that you are aware of, but we'll see if maybe there's a better option.
Okay. Do I get my thing?
No.
Oh, wait. What kind of check was this?
Flat intelligence.
You have your thing. His good boy Bobby pin.
My good boy Bobby pin.
Awesome made.
So again,
It doesn't
very
work for
specific
this,
and
yeah.
narrow focus.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I know, I always
I like
think
that.
that
I
it's
forget what
Four, but I know it's for knowledge check of some sort.
someday it'll come in handy, but today is not that day.
It's like about geography.
What the fuck is my intelligence,
It might be
though?
just for any like actual.
Okay, 11.
In the din of chaos, and you can hear now voices, you can hear now plate mail as people begin to make their way in your direction.
I'm moving now, but
You can hear it kind of coming off from the north. All you can remember is Zaukenvash, the lender. This is a person. You remember the establishment that they operated out of is a very stern, imposing building of dark brick and blackened iron accents. Zaukenovash is the moneylender. They're a person that almost certainly can lend you the things that you need. They are sort of the Alberon equivalent to a loan shark.
Oh no.
Would they be
See cousins with like
would they
stinky
be
stew or whatever
a pleaser?
Once everyone is within 30 feet of Cheshire, she will use seeming to make us look like Ambersworn.
Okay.
Where is that the house?
Are they a Swahagan by chance?
What was that?
Oh, never mind.
Well, or
So
he
you
hasn't told everyone
cast
yet.
seeming. It spreads across this space, and each of you takes on this visage of an Ambersworn. You have the plate mail, the sort of crackling energy that runs through the seams of this. You've seen Ambersworn before. Make an intelligence check, Cheshire.
As like the change begins to start, Billy just like, I was just gonna get rid of the door, but sure.
28.
You've seen the Ambersworn before, and it strikes you that you probably don't want the armor to look exactly like the previous armor did. You know a tiny bit about the Ambersworn, and one of the very few things that you know about them is that it is the only standing army in the Magiocracy. And as such, they are broken down into a series of different units that have different insignia. And so if you do not use the correct insignia, it won't work if they closely inspect your armor. You have no idea what insignia to put on this. So what are you doing? What you had seen previously was the number 2.
I will use the number 6.
Okay. All of you now have this numeral 6 on your shoulder pad.
Would that, with my knowledge, make sense for a disguise in this current situation?
This would make sense if the 6th oath of the Ambersworn are here.
And I wouldn't know which oath is currently
You know that
here.
traditionally the 11th oath is the people who garrison this place. You would imagine in times like these, there are more than just the traditional number here.
Phoebe's been in town for a day, just kind of waiting for them to show up. Has she seen any Ambersworn around or noticed any numbers?
Roll a D100.
The Ambersworn are on their way.
Get inside
They
so I
know-
can get rid of the door.
83.
With an 83, you had seen
Can't get in if there's no door.
I mean, we're already...
on your way in to the Tower Way, this cobblestone path that leads to the Tower of the Crimson Mage, but also breaks into these west-eastern road that runs out of the Magiocracy and to the eastern coast. There was a garrison of Ambersworn. You saw 3 or 4 of them, though there were probably more in the distance, and they wore armor that had an 11 on it.
So when she looks down and sees the 6, she's going to say, perhaps it should be an 11. I've seen that number around town quite a bit.
No, they'll recognize other members of the garrison. If we're members of the 11th, then we would be local.
Well, at the very least, they can't get inside a place with no door, so inside we go.
I'm already inside.
Not everyone.
I cast a healing spell myself.
Sorry.
Just want to say it out loud. Then I go inside.
Okay. So, as a group, have you all now made your way inside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Seeming does last for 8 hours, so.
You shut the door. As a group of seemingly Ambersworn, you now gather within the Throne of Walking Wood in this hut.
Door gone.
The door disappears.
They might know that we're here.
Yeah,
They're
but
gonna
again,
know we're here.
there's no door, so at least it'll slow
Right,
them down.
but the fact that there was someone here waiting for us means that they're likely aware of the hut.
But at least they can't get in right away.
So I think I can think of 2 options, unless anyone else can think of a third. If we don't think that they can open the door, because they don't know how, if you were to remove it, we can leave it here and head out, or we can head out and send the hut somewhere else, hopefully that we can get to after we finish what we are doing here.
May I ask, why are you here in Crimshale?
Daddy issues.
We can get that first, make sure safe now. And Billy throws up a minor illusion, knowing that what she said made no sense, and of the map. with like little glowing motes of where the hut can possibly land on the material plane.
Okay.
And in the meantime, is racking her brain for maybe the least inviting room to have people appear in on first entering the hut. And the one that she can most think of as being the least inviting is the wet mouth room that blows you away.
Say the mouth room.
Yeah.
Very good.
So the Hall of Teeth is the one that
Great.
you're talking
So
about.
the Hall of Teeth, and then follow that up with the
throat.
backbone room, where like if you fall into just a giant pit of things that shunt you around
Is
the
The
house.
that one
vertebral
gone?
hall,
That one.
of course.
Yes. So we got a nice
Oh, I thought that got shunted on the other side.
double barrier.
So
You imagine this, and it happens.
not to throw a wrench into things, but we're very quickly going to lose whatever advantage we could have.
I
if
think
we-
we've already lost that.
Not if we move quickly.
What are you suggesting?
I'm worried about the hut falling into somebody else's hands.
Close the door. Can't get in.
We can't stay in here forever.
You control it.
If I may, there may be other places that would be worth a visit before coming back to Crimshale to fulfill whatever task you have in mind. I have been working for Hearsome, remember? I know of places that would be beneficial to visit.
Open to suggestions from anyone at this point. I am just attempting to rearrange furniture.
You have the map up. Can you tell us, like, Joe, like,
Yeah.
are there any other points on the map? Like, what's the nearest other, like, nearest points to Crimshale on the map?
Or
where we are.
whatever Phoebe would like point out
Yeah.
as like useful places.
Yeah, so I guess
You're putting up a map of
Everest.
Everest specifically.
Everest specifically because that's all that Billy can think of in the moment.
So you see the Croakwood is a location that is just south of Ebb and Flow and just west of the Grung War Camp in the southern part of Everest.
More followers.
You see the Haunt is a clearing in the woods that is just close to the Sentinel Wood. That is in northern Everest. It's marked on the map. You see the Ashglade, which is a place that is just a little bit, I believe, east of the Haunt. You see the Tyrant's Peninsula, where you've been. You probably don't want to return there. You see Crimshale, which is where you currently are.
I think Billy would just not even light up the Tyrant's Peninsula. Just like, that's a no.
Can you move the hut when you're not in it?
Where
Probably not.
did Hearsome suggest?
Please,
Those are the only places in Everest.
you're clearly very skilled in battle. Now perhaps we can get to know each other a little bit. As I said, Hearsome pointed out a few different locations that it may be beneficial to visit before whatever confrontation you have in mind here in Crimshale. For example, there, in the valley where whispers die, there is a killer loose. There is a killer loose, and defeating
we're
him.
familiar.
Yes, defeating him. He's called the Crimson Killer, and that would likely provide numerous benefits both to this party and to the world as a whole. There is also a situation happening with vampires in the Sentinel Woods, and something about an individual named Padme Clive who is trapped in the Onyx Spire. Anyway, these are all tasks that Hearsome had in mind with my previous team, and he suggested that it may be worth...
And there's a giant tsunami off the coast, and there's a whole
Sorry,
bunch of
he
other
suggested
world-ending
getting
events.
Padme Clive out of the
Indeed.
Onyx Spire.
No, there is information being batted around, and it is possible that more answers can be found in the ruins beneath Shadowguard Castle.
Isn't Padme
She was
Diatre's
locked away in the prison beneath the Onyx
No.
Spire.
Not
but-
Zoros.
one of them? They all have lovers that they're upset at dead and died or gone different ways.
At any
Anyway,
rate, Hearsome believes she is alive, and there was information that I and my former team were about to chase down. What I am saying is that if there is a large confrontation awaiting you here in Crimshale, and they are now aware of the presence of the Wandering Hearts in town, perhaps it would make sense to take a detour.
But Cheshire does have a point that if we leave now, then that will give them more time to prepare for when we eventually come back.
It's your choice.
You are the one with daddy issues.
It is your choice, Ori. I just thought you should know what I know.
What else can you tell us about this Crimson Killer? Why would that help us right now?
Well, Hirson believes he's a Knight of Thay, and would likely have powerful magic items with him. For example. I made that last part up.
What's a Knight of Thay?
Make an Arcana check. I would say Ori at disadvantage.
Can I make one?
Yeah, you can make I would say at advantage.
You guys didn't see the movie?
Oh, you mean the famous play about far-off lands?
The Sword Coast.
Of
History,
people
you
playing
said?
accounting and
At disadvantage.
actuaries.
Damn. If it wasn't at disadvantage... Oh. Damn.
Amongst the
wasn't it
studies that
disadvantage
you had, Valis,
Oh, I'm smart today!
for a total of?
I believe it's a 21.
With a 24, Valis.
Damn.
And I would say you,
Ouch.
Ori, have heard of, you've heard of the Court of Thay.
Mhm.
This is a semi-mythical group of this is a story that is told to people to scare them. The Knights of Thay are mythical creatures, figments of imagination that are precautionary tales. Valis. The Court of Thay is real. And the Austenlock in particular have taken note of the fact that when secrets around certain elements of magic, specifically around the lengthening of lives, are sought after, this group has a tendency to appear. They have a tendency to appear when there is a moment of shifting of important magical powers across important realms. And for a Knight of Thay to be on the material plane can only mean bad things. This is an individual that is an agent of evil. And Phoebe is saying that there is now one loose on the material plane.
I am not saying that any of these tasks are more important than your own. However, I imagine when you came here you did not realize that there would be an ambush waiting. I merely am suggesting that it's worth taking a beat to consider your next move.
Wherever we end up, I would appreciate it if we at least made it difficult for people to get inside this place.
Are you telling us, or are you saying that to yourself because
Billy
you
has said it out
control
loud.
That would be wise, Billy. And may I add, this hut is very impressive. I know how much it took to obtain it.
It's terrible and evil, and it should be destroyed.
And yet very powerful.
She's got a point.
I don't like you.
How far until we can get...
She didn't like anybody.
Where did you say the Crimson Killer was? This Knight of Thay?
The valley where whispers die.
How close can you get us there?
Well,
And how quickly?
I can get us as far as the Sentinel Wood, but that's not going to get us as close as we can.
The vampires I mentioned are in the Sentinel Wood, if that task is more appealing.
None of these are appealing.
Okay, we've got maybe 10 minutes before someone arrives on the doorstep, and we can't get out of here in 10 minutes, but if you want to physically leave the building, we should go now.
We should go after the killer. They might have something to do with what's going on here, or at the very least...
Billy runs over to the throne, plops down, and pings in the Sentinel Wood, which will get us... I think that's as close as we can get, Joe?
So it's the haunt that you're going to specifically.
Yeah.
Billy, make a history check. As you approach, you look, you see the icons in Sylvan that read the haunt. And this pulls at your memory. You feel like maybe you haven't been here before, but you've been somewhere awfully close.
17 for a history. History, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, 17.
A name comes to you. The aunties have a cousin here.
No, we're not going there.
You've heard of Granny Pine.
Nope.
Well, then we should find somewhere safe here.
Yep, we're not going there. That's bad.
You said...
There's hags there, and they'll take the hut.
Well...
I'm told you have proven yourselves to be quite capable at dealing with hags.
I would prefer if we do this quickly, and I don't want to deal with hags quickly.
I also would prefer to avoid hags in the future. I have had my fair share as well.
And I would say, Billy, with a 17, you remember a little bit about what you've heard of Granny Pine. Granny Pine is a cousin who sought something called the Deeper Dark. And because of that, the aunties tasked her with guarding this place, a place that held great interest to her, because the darkness lives here. The aunties kept her on a short leash, and the aunties are no longer here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we want to stay away from that place with the hut. We will make sure that if we ever go through the hut, we're not going to take the house with us.
Well, then we should leave. But I don't know anywhere safe here.
And that's different from anywhere else we've been. How?
So
We're, at the very least, they're not going to be able to find us immediately, so we can at least rearrange the house with them in it and give them a hard time.
that's if they can get inside.
Diabolical.
So it sounds like
I can think of one place. I don't know if it's going to be great, but it will at least get us out of here for now until they leave the area. Then we can probably come back safely. We'll be able to see if they check for the house specifically.
What place are you thinking of?
Zalkenvash's?
Does that
I
ring a
don't know
bell?
who that is.
Not for you. This is a person who doesn't leave Crimshale.
Is this the one who favorably thought of Ellie but doesn't like me?
Zalkinavash has like a standing card game. Had a standing card game with Ellie briefly. They got along pretty well.
Okay.
They don't like you.
That's
actively dislike you.
okay. That's okay. That's
It
why I've
mostly
got-
has to do with just sort of you.
As a person.
You know how when you know that somebody doesn't like you and you can pinpoint a reason and you're like, well, that kind of makes sense, or you're like, well, fuck them, everybody should like that.
He's just like you. I don't like you.
There is something that they just innately dislike about you, and you get the sense that it would be really hard to change their mind.
But that's why I have Cheshire and Billy, because they can charm people.
That is true. Remember
Cheshire can.
Zalkinavash lives in a very elegant, stately sort of manner on the outskirts on the western side of town. You could certainly head off in that direction.
Do I think that that's the safest place that I could get to in this, in Crimshale? Right
For the
now?
rest of your party, sure.
Yeah, okay. For me, is he gonna fucking snitch right away? That's
Make a I'd like to
crazy.
win the game, please. check.
All right, that's all. Or the only place that Ori can think of that would be potentially neutral.
Well, I mean, not
so-
potentially neutral. There's plenty of places that could be potentially neutral.
Well, okay, the most possibly
the
favorable.
Emberlight Post is a postal service. I mean, how evil
There's
could
an
a post
inn
office
right
be?
across the street.
Well,
There is an inn right across the street. You can see now if Billy kind of creates a window. They're
Nope.
Okay, well. There's the market,
Ori's
which
thinking
is
we need
probably
to get
closed.
away from the immediate area. And fuck, this plan doesn't work without Rez either, because we need someone to make to keep eyes on the Embersworn
Is
when
there
they arrive.
an Order of the Tearful Dove in
Damn.
Crimshale?
There is not. There is not in the Magiocracy, there isn't a tremendous amount of clerical groups or services that have anchored places.
That's weenie magic. And
Do we know whether
Ori would know that the closest thing to that exists would be the Arcanum Lex, which is a bard college that is sort of seen as the messy cousin to the Crimson Mage's Tower.
Has Hearsome mentioned knowing anybody in town?
No.
Perhaps I could ask Hearsome if he has any contacts here.
How long have you been working for Harrison?
Quite a while now.
Define quite a while.
I think we said like a couple of years or...
Well, you had been pursuing your own ends and had come across Hearsome in that time.
Right.
Just directly, in this like most recent instance, it was you were recruited just a couple of days after Bellamy, so a couple of weeks.
Perhaps not quite a while to your mind, but I've known him long enough to know that he knows many people across the entire continent. It's 2 weeks. Didn't mean to obfuscate. Shall I contact him?
Good luck. And Billy continues rearranging, and part of her rearranging, she wants to, like, say hello to the skull-faced guy who said his name?
No, he never said his name.
Great. Billy just, like, projects her voice in that room.
Remind me of which skull-face guy?
The one who,
at the entrance.
Who
Oh, the
Valis
riddler.
got the riddle wrong, and...
Is it ears?
So I would say...
Is he gone?
Billy, you now would know enough to know that is not a sentient being.
Yeah,
this is basically a ring, or like a ring doorbell
McDonald's
that was
better.
specifically coded to be a piece of shit.
Even better.
But it has no sentience.
So Billy can set it to, like, move closer to the, like, place the ring camera closer to the window in that room and have the window look out on,
You certainly
on
can.
the street.
Within the entryway of Bone, this is simply called the vertebral column, and you can move it wherever you wish.
Great.
Can you do me a favor? Can you change the riddle so that the answer is ears? You could do that, right?
You can, if you really want.
Alice, I don't know what you're asking, but moving furniture is weirdly more difficult than moving a room.
I will also say that you do note, now that you have this sort of omniscience to this space, you also are aware of the fact that there is 2 100 gold piece emeralds, one of which is in the corner of the room, just kind of obfuscated by a pile of dust, and another of which is underneath a sort of jagged bit of bone that is broken away from the stitched together floorboards.
Cool. One for Cheshire, one for Minka.
Phoebe's gonna cast Sending to try to get a hold of old mate Hearsome.
Okay.
How long is this taking?
Because we have both
relative
both
to
halves of the Sending Stone now, right?
You do, yes.
Okay, right. So
Amber's
beep,
form?
beep, beep, beep.
And what are you sending?
What the fuck?
Oh, right. That's how this
25
works.
words.
Encountered ambush near the hut. Need a place to lie low. Team seems reluctant to move hut. Any ideas of a good place to go?
If he suggests the hut,
Just to hang out.
it's like, just thought you've got a magical house.
We're ambushed.
Stay in the hut,
Ah,
dummies.
It is good to hear you. I hear the Ashglade is wonderful this time of year, and a safe place. Seek out the newt. And that's 25 words.
Phoebe says, "Are you familiar with the Ashglade and a newt who lives there?"
I'm familiar with the Ashglade, right?
Insofar as I believe you heard about it from Billy.
Oh.
Is that one of the
Does-
locations?
It is one of the locations.
Billy know about it? Billy doesn't know
I
anything
would
about
say,
Ashblade.
Ori, make a history check at advantage.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Do I know
Billy
about
begins
this
moving
newt?
the hut because, like, apparently people are into that. People have, like, it's like, okay,
no, I don't think so yet.
so,
I
okay.
want to roll this first.
Any second now.
Alright, does your
21.
bobby pin play into effect for this type of check?
Geography.
I don't think so. I would have to
I
double
could have
check.
sworn it was just like
Well, I
certain,
rolled
like
pretty well
history
anyway. It's
or
to re-roll.
I think
Arcane
it was something like more specific than history. You know what I mean?
Is it a fine thing on?
I definitely
Do you
thought it
have
was
any
like
item list?
pertaining to like
Yeah, but I
some
don't
sort
have
of
this.
like
Lorebinder
landmarks.
Farm's Reluctant Reward. A small talisman carved with strange light gray stone set with runes. Once per long rest, the bearer may activate the charm as a bonus action to add your intelligence modifier, minimum 1, to any history, arcana, or investigation check. So, yeah.
Oh,
Called it.
There you go. Good call.
So I just add my intelligence score?
Yep. A modifier.
My intelligence modifier.
Let's go.
Damn, so it's not...
40, Joe. What does that tell me?
If you're an absolute idiot, you get plus 10 just flat.
That makes it 24, though.
24. Okay.
That's high.
Ori, the thing that you know most about the Ashglade is that it was home to a group of refugees that came from, I would say with that role, an event that you're not 100% familiar with, but they were displaced elves, known as the Newt Root Elves. Probably not a newt that you were all looking for. You hear Newt Root Elves, that's probably what they are. It is wood elves who are exceptional rangers, herbalists, and fletchers. They create living woodcraft, both in terms of tools and architecture. They ritually bind spirits to nature, but it is not a forced servitude. There is this harmonious element to what they do.
Oh, Minka's gonna have so much fun here.
With a 24, I would say I've never met them or interacted with them, but you've heard this is a group that has some connection to the ancient world, and only barely would tolerate people from the outside. And when people come to this community, they're kept under strict watch. This is a place that strives to keep balance. The city itself that they occupy, grown, not built. And that is what you would know about the Ashglade. These people kind of occupy this place. It's a place that is mostly ash trees. That's the name.
When you say like ancient world, like Oath of the Ancients type ancient, would I pass the vibe check?
You don't really know.
Damn. Do you share that, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm trying to... Because Ori's just still not thinking about all of this stuff. Like, we're not talking about, but just thinking about, like...
All right, what do you
with
say?
the object of... Well, not saying anything because still thinking what the plan needs to be. Which for Ori is... Do we stay in Crimshale or get the fuck out of here right now?
While Ori is thinking, Phoebe says, I thought I had asked him to share locations in town that would be safe to stay, but he appears to have shared a location that is not in town.
Yeah, how far away is Ashglade from here?
A good distance away.
And Billy,
Is it on Everest?
Like way close to, like
Yes.
closer up to hex scale, right?
Yeah.
He may have misunderstood me.
Not hex scale. Hex. You hex.
Yes.
The other hex.
Different campaign.
But, like, we can pretty much travel instantaneously there.
No, it takes an hour.
Takes an hour, but yeah, like
Tediously.
relatively, yes.
How do they have a spot there? That seems like a place that wouldn't want to chill with hags.
That's crazy, yeah. That does seem very anti-hag. When you think of the Ashglade, it is a place of light and beauty.
Was a place of light and beauty? Ooh.
The words that I just said were is, but
Yeah, no, but
it was
oh
also
my
preceded by
God,
when you think of this place.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Well, the Ashglade is a safe place, but it's weird that the hags would be able to access it.
Honestly, just looking for a should we stay or should we go?
I agree, that is the question to answer at this time.
Because we have maybe 3 minutes before they are cutting a hole.
Okay, well, here's everything that I am thinking right now. Zaukenvosh hates me, but may have some goodwill towards my sister and could harbor us for a while. Or we could go to the Ashglade where we know no one and they are very protective. And also it is strange that they would have access to a hag's hut right nearby. Because everything that they stand for seems pretty diametrically opposite to everything that this hut represents. And those are the only two options that I can think of right now that would be anything less than terrible.
It seems no one would expect to find us at the location you mentioned in town. The man who doesn't like you. Surely no one would think to look for you there.
That is a good point. We should move quickly, while we look like Amber Swarm.
All right. Secret hidey hole door.
You see little hobbit-like door appears just a little bit too narrow to go into without stooping in.
Okay, you see what I look like.
It just grows a little bit wider.
There you go. It's got to at least fit him. And
This is
Billy
just-
points at Valis with the, like, non-squishy armor.
Look behind.
It just becomes a square door.
This is just
Perfect. Thank
Billy's
you.
internal conflict manifest as house.
Billy's, like, actively speaking this out loud because, like, every once in a while she's, like, forgets to do that bit and then, like, has started just verbalizing every thought.
Once the door appears and is like...
Wait, sorry, what do you say out loud?
Everything that I just said, as Billy's voice, was verbalized.
Or he's gonna go out and start heading towards Zalkenvosh's, giving the most appearance of being an Amber Sworn, so stiff.
You exit the door stiffly, and Ori, with your eyes, you make out no fewer than 5 Amber Sworn in this park. You see one who is a little bit taller than the rest, a blue dragonborn. The armor, you can see, seems to almost have this electrical crackle across it. They seem to be directing the other 4, kind of investigating this area. You see 2 head off to the left, 2 head off to the right, and one of them stays within the park. The 2 that head off to the left, you will need to sort of move in that same direction to go in the place that you want to go to. One of them is hovering above the ground by about 2 feet. The other one you can see is sweeping across this space, gazing through what looks like some kind of a looking glass almost. And they focus them on windows and doors as they move.
From Billy's
So
like
they're
vantage point
searching.
as well, can Billy see anyone immediately outside the hut?
Make a perception check.
It doesn't look like they're immediately searching towards the hut. Right?
At the moment, they're walking away from the hut.
Okay, so they aren't necessarily aware of it.
Yeah. Just with the key fob. Boop, boop, before we leave.
So that is an 18.
With an 18, Billy, you hear the one who is floating just sort of say, I'm just not certain that my magical tethers will work on devils, so just be cautious. And the person that they are walking with, who seems to have this sort of telescope-like thing, they put it down to their side, and they say, John, we've gone over this a million times. Devils are just mortal beings trapped in the material plane. You will be able to find them. And they kind of like continue walking their way out.
And hearing that, she would like kind of... Is Ori still like on like the porch, or is Ori like out in the alley?
It would probably be like close to the porch.
So
seeing,
off
like
the
opening
hut.
the door and seeing them there
But
would not
technically
want to
on the
be.
hut.
I guess
It is very important that you are, yes, in the hut or
Well,
not on the hut.
in the hut. No, but is there?
Okay,
force
so you're on the
something
street.
beyond the hut?
So Billy would cast Sending and say, they're not looking for the hut. They're not looking for us. It sounds like they're looking for devils.
Who is that getting sent to?
Ori.
Oh.
We should still move.
And Ori begins to walk into this alley.
I have something. Actually, no, never mind. Sorry.
Do you not want to wait for the Amber Sworn to go away? Question mark?
I guess I can go back in, because we.
They're not looking for us.
Yeah.
Does Phoebe recognize Sending when she sees it?
No Zalkenvosh.
Like someone casting
Yeah,
it?
I would say probably.
Okay. Phoebe.
It's also very noticeable because Billy has been just verbalizing everything out loud, then all of a sudden just gets quiet, but is like gesturing
counting
as
with
if
her
they're
fingers.
talking.
So Phoebe is going to go ahead and cast Rary's telepathic bond, and once everybody is linked, she's going to say, I suspect it will be easy, like telepathically. I suspect it will be easiest for us to communicate without drawing attention if we can do so telepathically.
Oh, you can do this too?
Oh, get out of my brain!
Yeah, Billy's really feeling
Thank
it.
you, Phoebe.
And Billy's just
Starts
like,
to bleed.
This is so much fun.
Oh, where did Ori go? Did he want
I'm
us to
back.
follow him,
I
or
came
did
back
he
in.
scout?
I snuck back in.
Yeah.
Billy's saying this out loud rather than through the bond because she's just like, okay, there's already a lot going on up there. If it would be okay, could we not use the bond in the house?
Why would
The what in the house?
The
devils
telepathic bond.
go back to
Oh, I
the
thought.
tower, or towards the tower?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
no insight check needed to warn people that you are here.
Right.
Oh, I
But then
That we are here?
the warning
understand.
from the tower that went out for the Amber Sworn was looking for devils.
Do you want to make it? You can make an insight check if you want, but you might also be able to draw some conclusions there.
There are 2 operations happening within the tower or thereabouts that are unaware of the devils.
Or it could just simply be that the
Oh.
rank and file are not aware of what the overall plot is.
I guess that's also true.
Alice, have you realized something?
He does that a lot.
They wouldn't. They could be looking for devils, or they may not know that we have the hut and suspect that the hags are here.
I don't think that they know anything other than
They were
devils
tracking
attack.
Phoebe.
They were looking for devils, and they were talking about needing to.
How long have you
bond
been
devils.
here?
In town?
Yes.
1 day. And change. I arrived when Billy told Hearsome that you were going to Crimshale immediately, but I imagined you had been waylaid, and so I have been...
Have you noticed anything unusual?
Have I noticed anything unusual?
No, I mean, people a little bit more tense than where you are coming from. The Emerald Spire and the Gemmed Lands are sort of the idyllic place to be. The Magiocracy is a little bit more tense at the moment. And I would say outside of that, people are shopping. The Red Hearth Inn is just bumping right now, completely full. You weren't able to get a room there. Nothing super out of the ordinary.
Things seem to be normal. I don't know if you noticed, but the Red Hearth Inn is bumping.
No more devil attacks?
This was the only house
I
could
haven't,
move.
in the 24 hours or so that I've been here, I haven't seen devil attacks. Perhaps people seem slightly on edge, but I attribute that to it being Crimshale.
I agree the timing is weird. And Billy's at this point, like, gotten rid of the hidey hole door.
Okay.
But I do think that right now, inside the hut is our best option.
For what?
Staying hidden.
Formulating a plan and staying hidden while we do it. And now we've got everyone here, so we can share some information, maybe.
Phoebe looks wistfully at her 5th level spell slot that she used before she decided to stay. Yes, I think it's a great idea to take a beat. If you'll have me as a team member, it may be beneficial to spend a few moments speaking with each other.
To be clear, out loud, and Billy, like, looks at Cheshire. I know you like to have fun, but it's too many in there.
Such a buzzkill.
And Billy, like, it's like, do you want to hear them all?
Yeah, why not?
And Billy opens the bond just towards Cheshire.
Cheshire, you connect, opening with this bond to Billy, and all throughout your consciousness. Hello, are you there? When? Come back to me. Where are you? You can just hear these whispers, like a dozen different voices, sort of trapped within the makeup of this place. It is very distracting.
So
Keep her occupied for a bit.
Valis is gonna walk towards Phoebe, hold out his hand, and says, "We'll be glad to have you. I'm Valis Birchbillow."
Thank you, Valis. And she holds out her little talon. I don't know if I said this earlier,
You
but
don't use your wing,
unless
you use your
otherwise
talent.
indicated, Phoebe is always sitting on her immovable rod at a height that puts her head at the height that everybody else is at.
Then I'll look like around to the others, like
Billy shuts the bonds. Like, you gotta introduce yourself so that.
Treasure.
There you go. You gotta.
I can't.
You gotta be aware for this part so you can create a new verse.
It's also funny because you guys are introducing each other while none of you look like yourselves, as you are all seamed as Amber Sword.
She saw them all during the
Yeah.
Billy, if I may, I'd like to share something about myself. I obtained my powers and skills unwillingly. They were given to me by a hag. Eventually, I was able to defeat that hag with the help of some companions, but not before one perished at her hands. I have been searching for a long time, trying to understand what happened to me and how I can make it right. We haven't known each other very long, but something tells me this may resonate with you. I have been working with Hirsum for a little while. He promised to help me in exchange for my help. He told me that you as a group defeated a very powerful coven and obtained control over this hut. I believe our interests align.
Our interests align. You're coming at a rough time. Did Hirsum tell you that?
My condolences. He did.
Yeah. I don't like that you're here because of what it means. Don't take too much offense.
I understand. I do not take it personally, but I hope that you and I can become friends, genuinely.
Ask Valis, it takes a while. I can be polite.
Polite has always gotten me quite far.
Well, it's good to see you again.
You
I
as well.
suppose.
You've come quite a long way since Diatre's mansion.
For better, for worse.
Myself as well.
How do you two know each other?
Well,
Wait!
know of each other, I suppose.
Actually, I believe that Valis, this was the night that you met this group as well. At Diatre's mansion, yes?
Why were you there?
I remember that night.
Eventually, I was able to track the activity of the hag who we defeated to ships that belonged to Diatre, which brought me to the continent. I had arrived at his mansion on that night, probably for the same reason that you all did. A huge party provided excellent cover for a distraction. I was looking for evidence connecting Diatre with the hags. Instead, I found you.
Yeah, we never did clarify that whole hags thing with those guys.
Indeed.
Well, can you see if the Ambersworn have gone away?
You can see 5 feet in front of the door.
And they're not there?
You
Is
want
there
the door open
any...
again? You can check.
I don't want to go out there again until we know that it's going to be safe.
This
But the
bond
longer-
between us... Oh, sorry.
That we wait, the more time, again, that they have to prepare whatever's going on. That devil got away.
This telepathic bond between us will last for 1 hour. Perhaps we can decide on a course of action and then take it.
30 minutes to think, 30 minutes to move, I guess. I'm tired. I just rearranged like 12 rooms. Don't worry about it. Hut's evil. Don't touch things.
Oh, I understand a hag hut when I see one.
This is the hag hut.
Indeed.
Yes.
I don't like that you know everything.
In the throne room, what happened to the King Wendigo? Like,
Is
is its body still there? Or did
Yeah,
it, like,
the body
separate?
is still there, yeah.
Alright,
At least it's
I'm gonna
not
go
here.
over to
You're
it
not
now
a
since
demon.
we're talking about plans.
Sure. You go over to the corpse of the Wendigo King. It is massive and will almost
There's just a
certainly
big corpse in the room.
almost certainly take like
Phoebe's
months
like,
to decompose. But yeah.
I start while they make a plan because this planning has been going on for a while.
We've been talking about how we ought to make a plan.
Is there anything I can salvage from it to send to Waroon to the chest?
Ooh.
Make a survival check.
Also, there might be things in there because Spinka sent a few things.
That is also true.
No.
Natural 1?
Damn.
With the natural 1, you know that harvesting the Wendigo's skull will almost certainly give you a component for something. What that might do, you're not really sure. And so you try your hardest to remove this carefully. It's hard to remove, and it takes a good amount of force, and before you can pull it free, you end up cracking it in two. There is a foul magic that leaks out of it, and whatever properties it once had, it no longer does. There is a lot of like refuse and bone and sinew, but nothing that feels especially magical left in this entity.
Who touched something?
You really have to ask at this point?
1, 2. Alice!
Just trying to clean up this corpse.
Thanks.
It is a most impressive kill.
Okay, well, again, get your stuff together. I guess we're leaving in a little bit. Can you at least give me some information about the area? Because everyone else seems to have been here before. I just stuck my head outside and I have stick figures.
Well, I'll give you any information that you ask. You just have to ask.
What's the area like?
Well, again, it's been over 50 years, but as far as I could remember, it's a relatively simple town outside of the tower.
Even as you're saying that, though, what you saw out there is much more developed than you had seen it before.
It has grown a bit. So, more like a castle town proper, I suppose.
We're fucked.
So, Wandering Hearts, where are you going next?
Billy opens the hidey hole door. So I guess we're gonna go meet this not friend of Ori's.
At the very least, we can find something about what's been going on here.
And as you open the door too, it is dark, truly dark outside now. And so at the very least, if you're going to move about town, now seems like a good time. You don't hear trumpets. You don't hear alarms. There's no fireworks in the air. You don't hear shouting in the immediate vicinity. And so if they are searching for you, it is not right here.
Billy gestures Ori forward and says, we gotta take some kind of alarm system with us. And you've got a cool bag that protects the things that are inside. I don't.
What do you need?
Billy holds up the 1/3 of the pickle witch.
Why do we need to take pickles with us?
Such a good idea. Oh my god.
Because the rest of her can see inside the hut.
Oh.
That is a good idea.
Pickle witch is the new recipe.
Suddenly, as you Ori, the liquid inside bubbles, and you see suddenly pushing against the glass this face. Huh?
So she was looking at us.
There's a frog inside his bag. He's kind of surly.
Ooh, are they going to become friends?
Ooh, pickled frog.
Okay.
Those are some... Actually, that makes a good sense.
Bubbles
Sorry.
as you kind of tuck it in. As you say sorry, you can kind of hear this voice, like as if it is trapped inside the bottle, kind of echoing from within. It just says, "That's all right." Keep me warm.
Oh no!
Warm pickles.
Tuck this brine witch
Hey,
away.
I'm happy to carry the bag if you want, but
Or are you making your way out into the darkness? You
Yes.
step out into the darkness. Wandering hearts, do you
Sneak.
follow? Or
we all go.
okay, make a stealth check.
Towards
Everybody make a stealth check.
Zaukenbosch, the lenders.
You tuck out into the street. You can hear there is stuff happening across the park at the Red Hearth Inn. You can see in the timber and stone facade there is constant comforting glow from the great hearth, which you can just glimpse through some of the front windows. Yeah.
Who has the lantern right now? The lantern that we got from the treasure room? I do. Is its like detect stuff thing a constant effect, or is
No.
it like a?
You have to activate it. It's a hooded
I think
lantern.
I took that one.
Oh, okay.
I gave it to Valis.
Oh, you gave it to Valis?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody got one item.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you got the hand
It was
crossbow.
Narnia Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Is an
That was
activated
fun.
effect, so does it only last a little bit, or does it activate as like?
I was thinking.
So you're talking about the shadow piercing glow.
Yeah.
This is something that you can do once a short rest, and it's as an action. This is a 30-foot cone, and it is 1 minute that it lasts.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll save that then. I wasn't sure if it was just forever.
No,
Or
that
has
was pretty
that
cool.
Soul lantern. That's what I was thinking of. Or like not the
Billy,
soul
stealth checks?
I
whatever
got
one.
a
Yeah.
14.
14,
21.
21, very nice.
29.
29, very nice.
3.
There we go.
I'm very
25.
tired, you guys,
25.
and loud.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I
Just
mean,
the two of us.
overall, not terrible. Valis drags you guys straight
And we're
down.
still Amber
But you quietly make your way out into the street, all appearing as if you are Ambersworn. You pass the Red Hearth Lane. You make your way off in a distance. You can feel this kind of steamy air dropping down from the hills of what you know are sort of like these hot water spring-fed baths off on the side of town. And you make your way to a stern and imposing building of dark brick and blackened iron. You see a polished bronze plaque beside the thick ironwood door that reads, Z, the lender, by appointment or by need. Or you know this building is both home and office for this individual, and though it looks like a house, it feels as you draw closer as if you are approaching a dragon's lair. Or are you knocking on the door?
I'm still an Amber Sworn right now.
Yeah.
Probably. Given my limited knowledge of Zaukenbosch, would I know anything about his potential relationship with the Amber Sworn? Like, my inclination is probably
almost certainly
negative.
they no.
They
For them
like
to be
him.
in this
Okay.
position and to be doing so well, they are very good friends with
Okay,
the Amber Sworn.
cool. Okay, it was one way or the other.
Yeah, oh,
so
yeah.
okay, cool. In that case, then yeah, I will knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and instantly it swings open. You can see it is warm and dry within. You can see this huge desk, but standing right on the other side of the door is this massive dragonborn. You haven't seen them in a number of years, and they seem almost untouched by time. This person, this dragonborn, absolutely massive in shoulders, and as they look across you, glinting off of the red scales of their body, they're dressed in tailored robes of deep charcoal and red wine. They wear a little bit of like very simple jewelry. You see a signet ring set with the bloodstone. On the wall behind them, iron frame shelves with ledgers and contracts of a different nature than the ones that you have just left. You actually see many of them bound in actual dragon hide. There is a single painting that hangs here as well, abstract piece in red and gold. It looks almost like an eye of some sort, but this individual gazes down at you. They sort of snort and they say, "First Arcanist, I presume. It is time. Come in." And they step aside. And because it is 10:30,
Oh my god!
this is where we're going to end for the evening.
What?
But as you gaze into the can't believe you guys just walked straight in.
What?
As you gaze into the interior of the office of Zalkinivash, this is where we end for the evening. Thank you for joining us. We will be back, I believe, actually, not next week.
In 2 weeks.
Let me look.
No.
No. We are back next week. We are back
week,
next
yes.
week.
But
Oh, next week, guys.
I can never remember, but we will be off the week of Thanksgiving. I have imaging I have to do on Friday, unfortunately. But please stay safe. We will be back next week. We will see you then. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.